In the afternoon, we went to the countryside. There was a lot of corn, and it was hot outside. Not bad. As long as you're accurate, feel free to use simple words to describe simple things. Once you've got the simple stuff down, can we learn more advanced things? Turning a simple thing into an essay is even more difficult. Take this poem for example. First, you have to try and understand what's the meaning behind it. Once you've understood it, try explaining the author's intentions to me in simple terms. Only when you've truly understood it can you then explain it in simple terms, otherwise, you'll just be saying a bunch of fluff. Did you understand that? I understood it completely. Did not understand at all, I don't believe you. So why didn't you become a teacher? Aren't I being one right now? Su Qing is just plainly living out his dream of being a teacher when he's with me. Oh ho, she still can be flirtatious while studying. It looks like she needs more homework to do. I should get the book of 300 Tang Dynasty poems. What are you doing? I have enough books on my plate already. As an ancient person who has not received compulsory education, you will have to work harder. I'm not taking any exams though. But you still have to study. If you don't study and just laze around, it's really easy to succumb to online propaganda and become part of the online mob. Your delivery is here. Thank you for the hard work. The books that were bought yesterday are already here. My sword. Right, this went through logistics, so it was delivered at a later date than the soft sword. Now that I look at it, I should have bought a saber instead. The curve on the blade would look better than this. No way, I prefer swords. It's too dangerous for me to wield it properly. Can you still sword dance with such a long sword? It's doable. I just need to familiarize myself with it first. Once I've familiarized myself with the sword, I will be invincible. Are you thinking of hugging this to sleep tonight? How could that be? Thinking about it, why didn't the people of your era make swords as long as this? Don't they say that the longer the sword, the stronger it is? It's hard to maintain such a long sword, plus it's expensive, heavy, and easy to break. The authorities would also scrutinize you as you walk on the streets. Could it be that you're able to bring this sword around now and not have it confiscated? You'd definitely get it confiscated. This is a highly regulated piece of equipment. Look at how sharp it is, be careful with it. We'll get a sword rack once we have 4 to 5 swords. It might even spur Jiang He into a collector's frenzy, and we might even get a wall of swords. You can try it out. I'll pass. Humph. May I ask for your name? I don't ever harm those whose names I don't know. Jiang He of Salt Gang, are you looking for a fight? Su Qing of Jiangqing. Throughout my years of adventuring, nobody has been able to get me to draw my sword in defense. This sword is only meant for attacking, and not for defending. My sword moves with intention, and I choose my moves carefully. The 9-style sword stance is versatile. It grabs victory from the jaws of defeat, and it trumps any martial art under the sky. Cut the crap. Take this. Oh, fuck. Great swordsmanship from the warrioress. I'm heading out for a bit. Okay. Be careful not to damage the chair. You think I'm you? Want to exchange a few more moves? Ha. You're funny. I'm leaving. Humph. Happy with the equipment she does not use. Oh right. I should also try on the dress he bought me before. Su Qing, that pervert. He only knows how to take advantage. And this should only be worn at home. How could anyone wear such clothes out and about? I really can't figure it out. If something requires me to squat or bend over, then I might as well just die. Ding. It's a message from the warrioress. Something happened right as I left. WeChat now warrioress, do you see it? Why did she suddenly send me a selfie? Do you see it? I'm not blind, I can see it when I open the chat. That's good. What's good? Strange. Su Qing always wanted me to wear it. I wore it and now he has seen it, although you can't see the skirt. But what does that have to do with me? I still showed it to him. But Baidu is right. The beautiful skin will fade with the passage of time, and there will be a day where he'll get bored, but an interesting soul is different. That's why I have to work hard secretly. I'll make Su Qing super shocked. Little Ginger Sprout made up her mind. At the same moment. What's this? Am I seeing correctly? It's just an invitation. The date has been set, and once we get married, I'll be waiting to become a father. Song Hui. Dear Mr. Su Qing, on August 11, 2019, a wedding ceremony will be held for Mr. Wang Zijuan and Ms. Song Hui in the Rose Hall of the Royal Hotel. I remember it was the same person I met on the subway. That guy Qin Hao doesn't even have a girlfriend yet, and this guy is already getting married. Do you need anything else? Just 2 cups for now. And he's also becoming a dad. I wouldn't have been surprised if it was Haozi, but for Wangzi to be tied down by a kid, that's really unexpected. How did you think it through? I just did. I'm bound to have a kid sooner or later anyway. And if I went through with the abortion, I would remember losing a child for the rest of my life. That won't work, I won't be able to accept it. Although people are said to have many facets, but the playboy who changes his girlfriend every day just like he changes his clothes, suddenly turned over a new leaf because his ex-girlfriend, girlfriend, got pregnant. This is just. Sigh. Many times I just suddenly think about it. It's no biggie, and I didn't get advice from an expert. I sat in the car and looked at the traffic lights, lit a cigarette, and thought it through. Life. Keep acting. Ahem, I'll stop talking nonsense. There's another invitation here. I called Haozi but he said he was busy, help me pass it to him. Sure. What about the child? Your wife is at home preparing for labor. Yeah, just waiting for it to be born next year. This guy, you got on the bus first before buying a ticket, your dad didn't deal with you. Don't mention it. My dad almost threw a chair at me. Your coffee. You can put it there, thanks. Burp. You can really do anything you want if you're capable. You can be holed at home from finding success in streaming, and you don't have to work in an office anymore. How much money can you make? It's nothing compared to you, your family runs so many businesses. That's my family, I have nothing to do with it. To be honest, if you have any good ideas, let's do it together, I can provide the capital and you can. Why do you have so much faith in me? Don't get any ideas. I'm not cut out for big business, so forget about it. I've known since our school days that you're not an ordinary person. Who else would be able to stay at home all day and be glued to their computer, while watching hours and hours of news broadcasts? You've even done it for a few years now, rain or shine. I've got to hand it to you. With that persistence of yours, you'll be able to succeed in anything you do. I saw that in you from early on. I can sometimes even hear the jingle whenever I catch your live streams. Is this meant to praise me or make fun of me? So are you trying to exploit me or something? What do you mean by exploit? I just want to earn some money to feed my child, so I won't have to rely on my dad in the future. Let's grind it out together. Someone famous once said this. You should never start a business with your best buddies or your family. Forget it then. Sigh, we have unknowingly reached the age where we're about to start our own families. You're the one getting married early, the rest of us are not there yet. I don't know if Housie has succeeded in pursuing that girl or not. Starting a family, the warrioress would definitely be happy to hear that. Starting a family. Oh yeah, you got a place yet? Is it decorated? I'm no longer bored if you're talking about this. It's been bought, and the renovations are underway. I paid for the down payment, and it has both of our names on it. I'll repay the loan first, and then we'll repay for it together in the future. You have to do that when you're so rich? How is she going to help repay the loan when she's pregnant and not working? She doesn't have to help repay the loan when she's not working, and we'll split the repayment based on each of our incomes when she is. She agreed to it. I initially thought that his ex-girlfriend Song Hui would be hard to handle, but she somehow ended up like that after getting married to this rich guy. It looks like he has officially split off his finances from his family, with clear lines between what's his and what's his dad's. Getting rich just by marrying a rich man like him, I guess that's impossible now. She's forcing me to marry her after getting pregnant out of nowhere. What can she do but agree? This guy is very good with his contraception. It's probably not an accident that she was able to conceive a child out of nowhere. Wang Zijuan still holds some resentment in his heart. Though, isn't this turning the marriage into a business transaction? Wang Zijuan will provide for her if she doesn't get a job and takes care of housework at home. If she gets a job, she'll have to pay for the house using a big part of her salary. The house that they bought is probably worth $1 million or more. It's easy for someone rich like Wang Zijuan, but for Song Hui, I doubt that she has much of her salary left after that. So regardless of whether she's going to work or not, the control over the finances is firmly in Wang Zijuan's hands. Most of her salary will be used to pay for the loan. It's passable. If she needs money to spend, she'll have to make him comfortable to get it quickly. By adding her name to the house, he's directly restricting Song Hui's finances, which lets him gain control of the family. What a scheme. Capitalists are all so cold-blooded. This marriage of yours. It looks like Song Hui can't make a fuss of it anymore. If she wants to have a peaceful life, she'll have to live in harmony with Wang Zijuan. Getting into fights with him would only make her suffer unless she decides to get divorced. On the other hand, Wang Zijuan can live a peaceful life without doing anything as long as he doesn't become an asshole. Song Hui will then naturally become a good wife and mother of his dreams. Welcome friends. I was totally unprepared to become a father. I can't even party late into the night anymore, and my life will probably turn into something unrecognizable like yours. Isn't that pretty good as well? Hee hee. I'm leaving. August 4th. Hello, your express delivery. Thanks for the hard work. Be careful when carrying it, it's a little heavy. He's able to carry it all with a body like that. I guess he works out quite a bit. It's books again. What's in the other box? It's not more books, right? It's something high-tech. Oh. Although reading all of these books is a pain, I still have to respect the knowledge that they provide. I'm an educated person now. Studying for the advancement of China. I got that off the internet, on why we have to study. Great ambition. You can open this box. Manual. What sort of high-tech is this? It's a self-balancing scooter. It feels like flying. You can just ride this instead of a bicycle when you go fishing next time. Do you remember the wind-fire wheels? It's something similar, though you can't actually fly. Wanna try? Don't be afraid, just balance on it and lean slightly forward. Forward. Wow. This is such a good buy. Do the people acting as ghosts on the TV float around using this? Possibly. There's an engraving. It's for you. Year of the Kayuan era. Second miss, there's no need to count it anymore, it'll get stolen tomorrow anyway. Are you sick or something? Did the sickness from that day damage your brain? Of course not. This girl was terribly sick a few days ago. When she woke up yesterday morning, her fever finally subsided, but she was up hugging me while laughing and crying. She started saying a bunch of unintelligible words and was trying to mimic some potato car computer thingy or whatever with her hands. According to the doctor, it's possible that she is in a state of shock, and something supernatural must have entered her body, which caused her to catch a fever and say a bunch of crazy stuff. Is it even possible to frighten Jianghe? Sigh. My body did come back, but that was the only thing that did. The potato didn't make it, and neither did the computer. Nobody believes what I was saying either. Even if I were to try to teach them something, they would think that the sickness has caused me to turn dumb. My brain hurts. If I said that there was someone far, far away waiting for me, would you believe me? Who's that someone? And how far are we talking about? That someone is a tall and refined scholar. His name is Su Qing, and he's somewhere really, really far away. He's very capable, though he is lazy. He has the ability to earn a ton of money, but he chooses to laze around. He's the kind of person who's easily satisfied and gets complacent. This girl is undergoing puberty. Girl, just from his name alone, this Su Qing doesn't sound like a good person. These scholars from outside the village are evil. I know that, but I'm a scholar myself too now. Let me recite a poem verse for you. Wait, what are you going on about? Why don't you keep talking about that Su Qing guy first? Oh, right, he's really nice to me. He gave me food and a place to stay, then he tried all sorts of tricks to hold my hand. And then we'll get married and have kids. They'll look just like me. It's a pity that you won't see them. Why you have kids? You. Nope, I'm saying in the future, I'm still a proper lady right now. Second miss, if you're unable to find me one day, don't worry, I'll be on the way, to a very great place. It's a place where everyone is able to receive education, and there are super fast cars, which go much faster than horse-drawn carriages. There are also airplanes, which make a buzzing noise as they fly across the sky. I get to learn how to play games, which helps me earn a living over there. And I am forced to study, and I go out fishing or to have fun. And try a bunch of tasty stuff. And it's all thanks to Su Qing, who treats me so well. Second miss, a golden age is sure to happen in the future. So you don't have to scrimp on that amount of food. Actually, there's still a bunch of stuff that I want to say, but it seems like it won't be of use to you. I'll go find and talk to the chief and them. Don't worry, I won't talk about kids and the like. Counting the days, it's possible that I have to leave tomorrow. I'll have to say goodbye to everyone in the village this time. Second miss, I might have to leave. I have to look for my husband. I was really happy for the past 3 days. So unlucky. I'm drenched. You're finally back. Who? My name is Jiang He. Jiang He? I don't know anyone with that name. I think you got the wrong person. That's because you don't know me yet. You're saying that you know me? Let's talk inside. Hold on, hey. Forget it, she's already inside. I'm very certain, I have no idea who this girl is. Her cosplay is on point though, she has the sword and is wearing coarse linen. Oh. She's even wearing grass slippers. I'm your wife, we will meet by chance around here, and you will invite me inside, you'll say that you're a nice person, and trick me into staying here, and I would do all sorts of chores, from cooking and laundry to cleaning and feeding the cat, just like how you took in Winter Melon, and then. Wait. Am I on some sort of prank show? I know all about it, you probably have a pinhole camera on you, right? I just want to take a nice shower and go to sleep after getting caught in the rain, and here you are, out of nowhere, claiming to be my wife. I don't buy that. I'm an ancient person from the Kaiyuan era. And I'm actually Su Zhu from the Three Kingdoms. Alright, we are done here, get up. Otherwise, I'll be calling security. If you're able to lift me up, I'll leave. It's not to repay your kindness, it's just that you'll think of ways to trick me all day long, and you'll trick me into giving you my body and into being your wife. Sure, I believe you. I need to take a shower first, you can head home to take a shower too, and then we can begin living out this great love story. Quick, be on your way, or I'll call the police. What are you doing? Now I owe you a TV. Are you really not afraid of death? He was the one who was keeping me in the dark last time, how the tables have turned. These wet clothes are sticking to my body and they are making me feel uncomfortable. Shall we take a shower together? Has this world gone mad? Why did you suddenly buy this? I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be a speech bubble and not a thought bubble, a mistake on the Ross. It will be your first year here in 10 days or so, so this is a present. It's been a year. It seems both long and short at the same time. I was still in the village a year ago, but that seems like a past life now. The things that you own are increasing, how do you feel about that? I feel very happy. It's raining. It's early fall now. Little Yen will have to head back to school, and she can't do her homework with you anymore. I'm going out for a bit. In this weather. I'm visiting Ping Ping. Coming quick, come in. I'm almost done with this set, I'll be quick. You can sit on the sofa in the meantime. The size of the place is indeed small, and it's about a third of the size of our place, and the living room has way less things. It's a simple layout, and it doesn't feel cramped at all. Is this what a single lady's apartment is like? It lacks a little warmth, though. Do you want to learn this from me? Yoga. Yoga? What kind of position is that? Surely you know what that is. I know, but I've never done it. I'll teach you. I think it's better if I don't. This motion is way too unsightly. I have some impression about the term yoga, but I have no idea what it does. Looking at Pingping's movements, could it be a special technique used to get a man's attention? Oh. I'm wrong. It's actually a way to practice health and wellness. Modern martial arts are way too weird. A puppy peeing. Yoga is similar to martial arts, it's mainly used to de-stress and make your body more flexible. You can try learning it. When Su Qing is practicing his martial arts, you can practice yoga beside him. One is tough and loud, while the other is soft and quiet. It kind of fits. I seem to remember seeing these moves from the short films on Su Qing's computer. It's okay, I'll practice the martial art he's practicing, so we can forget about yoga. It's way too embarrassing to do this in front of Su Qing. I'd rather spar with him, the feet stomp of the Tang fist looks more powerful than this. Girls should learn to be gentler. What's the point of learning whatever martial art that he's learning? You might as well learn karate. But karate doesn't seem as strong as whatever he's practicing though, he'll be more than enough when it comes to self-defense, you will be very safe, so it's good to do yoga, and I can teach you if you want. Learning this will also make your boyfriend more what? More in love with you. I don't need Ping to tell me that. I don't know about other people's boyfriends, but Su Qing will definitely like this because he's a pervert. But I think Su Qing would prefer how I look when I'm practicing swordplay though, not when I pretend to piss on the carpet like a dog. Have you always lived here by yourself? This apartment must have been pretty expensive, right? I find comfort in living alone. The apartment wasn't that expensive though, partly because it's old and partly because, well, there's a bunch of other nonsense reasons, so it's much cheaper than normal. The best part is that this area is really convenient, you can get most things that you need from around here. It's neither too crowded nor too deserted, so I've decided to settle down at this place. It's alright, I still have to pay my monthly loans. All for the price of freedom. That's impressive. Regardless of whether this place is expensive or not, being able to buy your own place is kind of incredible. I've looked it up online, the price of housing is shockingly high wherever you look. For the current me, the difference is between being unable to afford it and being even more unable to afford it. Thanks. It's not as well furnished as your place, there are still tons of furniture that I haven't bought. I'm too lazy to do it since I'm alone. I plan to put a guzheng over there, so I can play it when I'm bored. Perhaps I can even stream it like you guys, what do you think? Sounds good, just stream for an hour a day, and I think plenty of people will watch your stream. In her current outfit, she's sure to attract a crowd. I almost forgot about the reason I called you over, come, look at the new spatula that I bought. I'm ready to learn how to cook from you like we promised. Do you think I'm missing anything? This knife doesn't look sharp enough, and you're lacking a whetstone. Other than that, you're good. Let's start cooking then. Wait, I have some notes with me. I jotted them down when I first learned how to cook. Wow! There are so many. It's nothing much. I'll let you borrow it, and you can take your time to read it. You'll master it in no time. This one. Scallion D noodles page 13, scallion of chicken, pg 15, braised prawns page 17, braised goose handmade dumpling page 19, stir-fried cucumber. I'm still filling that one. Wow, how is it? It's good. I see some of my favorite dishes in here. I'll follow the recipe first, and if I have any doubts, I'll ask you about it. Okay. Ping Ping said that it wasn't mealtime yet and suggested that we watch the rain. I have to head home when it is mealtime though, or else Su Qing will just simply make some random noodles, eat a few mouthfuls, and consider his lunch settled. This is wonderful. This mood, it's a pity that I haven't bought a guzheng yet, or it would have been better if I were to play a song right now. I was still wondering how long it would take to make new friends here, and I didn't expect to make a friend this quickly. Isn't it easy to make friends though? No, it's not easy at all. It's easy to say that you know someone, but, sigh, it's hard to talk about it. For someone like me, who is not from around here, it's hard to make a friend that you would invite to your house to hang out. Well, it's actually harder to get a family, in any case. It's good right now. I have already made a good friend who I can invite to my house to hang out. What kind of job did you have before, Ping Ping? Before this. I've worked in quite a few roles before, such as a trainer, a salesperson, and even an influencer. That many? Yup. It's perfectly normal. People who only work one job their entire lives are in the minority. Hey. Sometimes I really feel like you are a child. You're the child. Only a child would try seducing fish. Hee hee. I'm forever 18. I forgot that her real age was 19. Ping Ping has suffered damage. Ping Ping doesn't look over 23, but when Ping Ping was in school learning, I was already fighting for my life in the wild. That's why I usually forget about our age gap. Though. Family. Of course, it's great to have a family. Do you want to go fishing after the rain stops? I won't feel bad about using the fishes that I've caught for training. Another day perhaps. How can I go fishing every day with you when I have a boyfriend? It's been a year, and the warrioress has been slowly getting used to modern life. As for me, living with her has become the norm as well. It's not that bad to be alone occasionally too. This rain like before, if I were to go open the door right now. Could a Zhao He or Zhou He appear too as well? I hope not, my life now is very good. Ha. Why do you care? So annoying. Raising a cat and raising the warrioress is pretty much the same, though I think the warrioress wouldn't go through a rebellious phase or anything. I wouldn't mind if she had one though, but I will still look forward to the day when the warrioress has fully transformed. Ah, no. Why do I sound like an old dad? We're a couple. It has been a year too, and we haven't even been super intimate yet. If I were to tolerate this, then I'd have to tolerate everything else. I've decided. It's time to make a move. What's he doing? He's only in his 20s, so why is he exuding the composure of an old man, or should I say, the lethargy of one? I'm home. You're back. Have you fed him? Why don't we get one of those automatic feeders? Saw it while scrolling my phone, and it looks really convenient. Why don't you guess how he became so fat? Why are you so fierce with him? It's not his fault that he's fat. It is his fault. I got him that automatic feeder last time, so that he could enjoy the wonders of technology. In the end he learned how to open the lid of it and gave himself a free flow of food at home. He's really smart too, since he only does it in the middle of the night. If I didn't catch him in the act while I was going to the toilet, he would have probably turned into a pig by now. Was it fun hanging out with Gong Ping? Yes. Ping Ping wanted me to teach her cooking, so I lent her my recipe notes. If she manages to master cooking, I will have more confidence in teaching others how to cook. What are you saving up for? Is there something you want to buy? Aren't you thinking of buying a place? We won't need your money to buy a place. Don't worry, I will keep your money safe. Why aren't you using my money? A house for two needs two people to buy it together, so how can he exclude me from it? Even though we're not married yet, we pretty much act like a married couple. Why don't you just gift me this? Not eating anything else. I just need some carbs after you came. I saved a ton of money that would otherwise be spent on other stuff when I was single, expenses like food, and going out, combined with the money saved by you from getting the best deals at the supermarket, looking at it from another perspective. The money that I saved is partially thanks to you, the money belongs to both of us, so there is no need to differentiate whose money is whose. Of course, it's great that you're thinking of contributing as well. When the time comes, we'll look at how much you have, and we can use that for renovations. Are you satisfied with that answer? I still have to prepare for my own dowry. If I were to contribute to the house, I may not have enough for it. If I don't contribute though, it just doesn't sit right with me. It would be great if we were to get married before buying a place, that way, the dowry can be used for the place as well. 2 birds, 1 stone. I can't come to a conclusion, so I guess I'll just play games. It's weird seeing you play games like these. I'm just playing it for fun. Can you move further away and read your book? It's even weirder for you to stand around here. You're allowed to play the game, but I'm not allowed to watch. I won't play it then. It's awkward to play this game with another person around. Alright then, you can continue playing. A smart person like me is working so hard, while someone like her is addicted to hentai games. The stuff that you're doing is useless too. Beware of fierce cat, keep out. It's not useless, it just hasn't found its use yet. Plenty of things around the world will become useful in the future, and it's hard to see the potential in the short term. Just like books, studying, martial arts, a good sleep schedule. Sleeping and waking early for a day wouldn't do much for your complexion, reading a book for a day doesn't make you look smart. Practicing martial arts for a day doesn't make you an expert. You should know this best, since you're a martial artist yourself. If you were to wake up earlier to practice, you'd definitely be an expert at it. Looks like it will be impossible to drag this guy into depravity with me. This guy is scarily determined for certain things, and so it is only possible for him to drag me into improving myself. One day, I'll be smarter than him, and I will proudly play games in front of him, before looking down on him with disdain. It's impossible to always be studying, the most I can do is to read a novel. Actually, it's more interesting to read a novel than to play a game sometimes. Thinking about it, do you want to learn to become a blogger? Sure, how do I learn it? I feel like you're using this as an excuse to take advantage of me. Is there a need for an excuse when you're my girlfriend? Even if I need an excuse, I'll just treat it as collecting school fees from you. Did you think that I'll just teach you stuff for free? With us hugging each other to sleep every night, it really does seem like there is no need for excuses anymore. I'll use the same username then, seedlingoff1. This will be your account, you can write anything you want on it in the future. Discipline is key though, even if you're unable to, you have to force yourself to write 2,000 words. If you keep up with this, you'll find yourself improving leaps and bounds. What should I write about? About a book you read, a song you listened to, a movie you watched, in any case, as long as you think of something, you can just write it down. Don't worry, no one knows who you are on the internet, and I won't laugh at you either. Alright, you can try writing something now, maybe choose your favorite novel or your favorite song, and write about the reasons that you like it and how it makes you feel. Remember to make it sound logical, or else people reading it will get confused and will not be able to relate. Then, you will just be the only one who can understand your feelings towards it. Let me think. I like moments like this the most. On a rainy day, the two of us silently reading our own books, or maybe watching a movie, or even listening to our favorite music. Enjoying our free time together. Now that I look at it, it's really lucky for me to bump into Su Qing. Everything that he has done for me is for me to upgrade myself and learn even more things. If it was not for Su Qing, I doubt that I'll be able to integrate into modern society this quickly. Should I write about Su Qing's pervy adventures? What kind of nonsense is that? It's not nonsense, it's non-fiction. Are you writing a book of my secrets? Actually, I haven't done much, so there isn't much for you to write about. The most I've done is massaging your legs or something. To be honest, I'd fare better if I were to apply to be a blind masseur. You're not even blind though. I'll just wear a pair of sunglasses. Did you really think that all of those masseurs are actually blind? How would I know? I've never been there. But, how should I write it out? One's writing skills are cultivated through practice, it's not enough to just memorize vocabulary. You're not a genius, so this is very normal. Maybe I'm putting you in a spot by asking you to immediately write something, so you can look at how others write first. Why did you ask me to come over then? Once we get this ball rolling, whenever you read a piece that is written by someone else, you'll start to ponder the reasons behind how it was written, and try to figure out their thinking as they were writing it. You'll learn to copy how they write, and that is an important habit to have. It really feels like I'm hugging Winter Melon, but one size bigger. Well, she's not as fat as Winter Melon. It's fortunate that she went to Pingping's place today, so she has all the necessary garments under her clothes. If she was just wearing her pajamas like usual, I might not have been able to control myself. Earning money, buying a house, marriage, and getting Jiang He's ID settled, there really are quite a few things to take care of. Everything is going to plan. There is not much deviation from it, apart from the surprising speed at which the warrioress is getting educated. Once we have her ID, we will be completely free, and we can go traveling and see the world. We can also set a date for the marriage, plus. Crap. Did Ping buy her place on her own? She did. She worked a ton of jobs previously, like being a trainer and selling stuff. Right, she wants to stream herself playing the Guzheng too, which I think would attract a lot of viewers. Why do you think so? Because, the outfit that she's wearing, is the same as those who are performing dance. Performing dance. The warrioress' ability to learn is scary, she is already able to crack the code of how streamers get popular. You know that those outfits would garner views? Well, I do, but you wouldn't do that, right? When you had your reservations about me streaming previously, was it because of that? That's just part of the reason. Actually, many people out there are prejudiced against those who would try to get popular that way. My parents don't think too highly of it as well, though to me, all jobs out there are equal to me, besides those that are obviously illegal. It's really impressive that she can buy a place by herself. I didn't think that the houses over here would be so expensive. It'll be our turn one day. To be honest, the flats around the Jiangqing area are already considered cheap, if we were to look at Luocheng. Oh, it's the area just beside ours, and it's well developed. The houses over there are more expensive, and only those who go all out to earn money can afford one. Life is more convenient over there though, but large and small cities both have their pros and cons. Should I push him over to the sofa? But some intimacy between couples is nothing much, should I warn him in a loud voice? But he's just caressing my legs like he has done so many times before. In a large city, with higher level jobs paying a higher salary, plus a higher cost of living, just means that you spend as much as you earn. The quality of life is high, and it's suitable for people with ambition, giving them a place to duke it out. On the flip side though, the more prosperous a place is, the more likely they become closed off and be unfriendly to outsiders. But poor areas face the same problem too. Since there are not much resources to go around, they tend to huddle up in their small groups. A mid-sized city like Jiangqing is probably the friendliest. We have the higher-level jobs like big cities and the cheaper houses like small cities, and many choose to live this way. I felt like I was about to get beaten just now. That was dangerous. Is that so? Then can we also consider going to a large city to work and then return back here? What we do is related to the internet, so it's the same everywhere. This is the particularity of this industry. Oh, Are you done? Is it fun? Ah. Very fun. 1, 2. Go ahead. Dying in the hands of the warrioress is not a loss. Not going to sit there, it's broad daylight. Su Qing definitely likes that more. Su Qing. We're not married yet. I know, if we were married. I wrote a movie review today, and the video was just updated yesterday, so I suddenly have nothing to do. Player, Dark Girl, sent you an invitation to the duel arena. Do you want to enter the duel arena? Yes, no. I added this friend. Dark Girl is offline. Do you think aliens exist? I don't know, but since an ancient person like you has appeared out of nowhere, maybe aliens really do exist. I think so too, that China might even be an alien too and have returned to her own planet. Then how did the osmanthus tree grow on the moon? Osmanthus tree, maybe China peed and changed the geological structure, providing nutrients for it. Humph. I'm going to make dinner. Do you want to attend college? It's a college for adults. It can make up for the regret of not going to school, and you can also get a diploma. I can just casually go. A knife? Sign, adult health. It's just that the word adult makes me think it's not something good. If you do want to go, we can start preparing and researching. This requires you to choose an appropriate major. If you want to go, you need to find an area of interest. Since you don't have an ID yet, you'll have just enough time to prepare and study the basics of your major. Otherwise, you won't understand anything if you do get in. The main point of all of this is to learn a skill, understand? Takes notes when it comes to studying. The most important thing is to look at the person. With how serious the warrioress is, no matter how bad the school is, she'll at the very least learn something with the money spent. It's better than doing full-time at a regular college, right? It costs money, right? Spending a little money is not important, what's important is that it can make your road wider and give you more choices. But it'll be a bit troublesome. Going to college. I can go to college too. That's great. To apply, you must have a middle school diploma. However, you can just buy a technical school diploma, and it'll only cost a little. Let me call a friend and ask if he can help. Gaohua. How's business in Computer City lately? I got something to ask you. It can work. It's just I'm not too sure about the ID issue right now. Once that's settled, it won't be too late to start attending. If you want to attend, you must study hard. Don't use excuses like me grabbing your legs in order to play games. Humph, you did do that though. And I've been working very hard. What are you smiling for? Nothing. You won't be able to use that excuse next time. Could it be that she's happy that she can go to college? But no matter how you look at it, the warrioress doesn't really like studying. I got to hold her chest today, and it was fun. But I need to sneak attack when she's sleeping, otherwise she'll beat me up. Be a stupid woman who only knows how to wash, cook, and raise children. No, Su Qing wants me to be a truly modern and highly educated person. To enjoy this era, you have to stand taller to see more and further. He really considered things from my perspective and put a lot of thought into it. This man still thinks of me as the ancient person when we first met. But I'm not the same person I was last year. Sometimes this guy is quite cute, he's always trying to safely touch. But that's normal in this day and age, right? However, we're a couple that's separated by 1,200 years. If that wasn't the case, Su Qin wouldn't have to think so much about my future. He's someone you can trust completely. Always has been. He's just a little perverted. I'm taking a shower. Oh. The next news is. This is, clothes with her smell. Something doesn't seem right, there's a conspiracy. Do these clothes need to be washed? Yeah. Everything is here except her underpants. Why didn't she just throw it in the washing machine? Then I'll throw it into the washing machine for you. Entrapment? No way, right? This ancient person who likes to watch films may come up with some weird ideas. Why don't you have a shirt on? Isn't it normal to go shirtless in the summer? Besides, don't the guys in your village expose their chests when drinking in groups? You made it sound disgusting. We're in a modern, civilized world now. We're not living in such an outdated era. You don't have hair on your chest either. I don't want that anyway, also, I'm being topless at home, and I feel much more free. Maybe you should try. I don't want to. It's actually really normal to be topless. When I was a kid, I stayed at my grandma's village for a period of time. Every summer, there were many people who would sit under the shade of the tree to feel cooler. Quite a few of the guys would be topless with a towel around their neck, and they would be chatting away. It was like that too in our neighborhood before. Really? So why isn't it like that now? Now that the standard of living has risen, every house has an AC installed, so it's rare now. I would have been topless at home just like every other summer if the warrioress didn't come out of nowhere. Warrioress. Look. Look at these muscles, don't you think they are taking shape now? TSK. It does look like it. Should I have my hair cut again? I feel like it's more convenient to have it a little bit shorter. I think it's fine, you can make your own decisions on stuff like that. Personally, I think it's good if it's somewhere in the middle, but a super short hairstyle is out of the question. I do want to try one of those neat and short hairstyles though, it would make washing my hair easier at least. Would perming my hair make it go all curly? Yup, you can try having golden, wavy hair, that would make you look like one of those modern and fashionable girls. No. I prefer it to be black. Right. There's more. I've seen on TV the kind of hairstyle where the martial artist would braid their hair and tie the end with a kunai. You can use it to attack others while you're in a fight. Since you're good at knife throwing, perhaps you can do that too. You can't. How would that be possible? The training to throw your hair around would take eons to complete. Also, to control it effectively, you'd have to be bald all around. We may be ancient people, but we're not dumb. Ahem, really? I think you're pretty dumb. You're the dumb one. I suddenly have the urge to kiss him. Actually, it's fine if you want to go to a salon by yourself, just don't get foolishly talked into applying for a card, those are meant to scam people out of their money. You can try styling your hair too, you can perm it or dye it. If you don't like the look of it, just turn it back into its original state. I think you'll look great in any hairstyle though. Got it? Why does it suddenly feel like I'm some high-end hairstylist? Alright, your hair is dry. Why are you back on the couch? Aren't you going to bed? It's almost 10. I just want to tidy up some loose ends. Actually, it's because I'm afraid that I'd fall asleep too early, before I have the chance to touch. What? It's about the key developments in the future, from agriculture to semiconductors, stuff like that. Huh. To put it simply, I'm just collating all of the information I have and using that to predict the main areas of development in the future. Still doesn't understand. It's okay. The assets I have are meant for the house next year, and it's too early to pull my investments out from the market. But the investments seem to be plateauing though, it'd be better to invest it in something else that is still growing. Otherwise, I will have no choice but to just hold and wait. I'll just try reinvesting 10,000 over the next year first. Otherwise, I'll keep thinking about it while holding on to it. The chances of losing it all are smaller that way, and if I do lose the 10,000, I'll just write it off. We're still not married. Did you really think that I like touching you? Men and women aren't supposed to touch each other to begin with. I'm going to sleep. Our conscience is pure. You're done already. Normally, this guy would only be willing to sleep after sniffing my neck and stuff, he's being a little weird today. I'm tired. And he's lying down like a dead body. Whatever, I'm gonna sleep too, I will have to come up with a study plan tomorrow. If he's trying to help me improve, I shouldn't let him down. I really can't be the dumb woman who is only able to wash the clothes, cook the dishes, play games and take care of kids. I'm gonna be someone knowledgeable in the future. If this guy were to try and trick me, I will be able to rebut him successfully with my own words. Are you asleep? There's something. We're a couple that has been living together and sharing the same bed. Not being able to get intimate with her is practically a joke. It's shameful. This feeling. It's as natural as a ship entering a harbor or going back to your hometown. It's like embracing the warm ocean after spending time out in the cold. Heh, it's no wonder he didn't do anything perverted to my clothes that I left in the living room. He was waiting for this moment all along. Whatever, I'll just spare him for now. Screw it. Any more touching from you and I'm kicking you off the bed. Beginning of autumn, August. Morning Uncle Zhao. As the saying goes, people feel refreshed when happy events occur. Did something happy happen to Su Qing? I just saw Su Qing heading out, weren't you guys together? Nope, he has his own stuff going on. Going out? Yup, uncle, I'm going out with friends. Are you familiar with each other? You can say that. Su Qing is very familiar with him. He even plays with Uncle Zhao's grandson sometimes. Being more familiar with this area than Gongping, I doubt that anyone will be able to guess that I've only been in this world for a year. Yep, a whole year. In the eyes of many, I've been living here for a long time. If I had known, I would have brought my hoverboard out, my legs are killing me. Who asked you to wear high heels? Su Qing bought a pair for me as well, but I've never worn them. If I didn't see others wearing them out on the street, I would have thought that it was for something perverted. Su Qing likes me to try on different kinds of shoes. I can't just buy it and let it collect dust, right? Look at how beautiful I am. You're as conservative as a housewife from the 90s. The 90s were considered conservative. Weren't the people during that time dancing in discos and partying together like packed sardines? That couple seems so blissful. If it were just me, I would have just gone to a small salon, but with Ping Ping with me, it wouldn't be nice to bring her to a salon like that. Welcome. Want to dye our hair together? Dye. You can consider dyeing your hair in this color, it's the popular choice this year. I'm fine, thank you. What about this beautiful lady? Perhaps this caramel color? It exudes confidence, yet remains mellow. It makes your skin look whiter too. My hair belongs to me, I don't want to take advice from anyone except Su Qing, maybe except Ping Ping since she's a friend, but for anyone else, forget it. You're not gonna give it more thought. Nope, this looks pretty nice. The beautiful lady has good taste indeed. Shall we do it together? Or maybe I can get mine done first, and you can decide after seeing how I look. I think black is better for me. There's no information at all. Not an ounce of memory left. Even her hometown. Well, from the earliest reaches of her memory, she has been following a scavenger old lady. The two of them roamed around and slept under bridges and roadsides, they were even chased away sometimes since it makes the city look bad. It's hard when she doesn't remember a thing. Without a lick of info, even the census department can't do a thing. Dad, I've already thought of all sorts of normal ways to deal with this, the reason that I'm looking for you is because. Because of what? Do you want me to commit a crime? Think carefully, there might be something that you missed. Forget it, I should just ask Jiang He myself. I really didn't miss out on anything, I've already told you everything I can tell you. Does that mean there is some stuff that you can't tell me about? Of course he won't say a thing if he has something to hide. If he just answers after me asking, which of us will be the stupid one in that case? Regardless of whether there is or isn't, that question was a dumb one. What national affairs are you two discussing inside? We're discussing when Jiang He and I are getting married. Why are you two hiding in here to talk about that? Thanks, Mom. Don't you need a house when you get married? Getting a house means. I don't have money, you discuss it with your dad. Is Jiang He at home? How about you stay and call her over for dinner? Okay, I'll ask her, it's been a while since we've eaten here. This kid is doing it on purpose, He's not short of money and is always idle, but he said that in front of his mom so that she'll give me an earful about the house later. Whatever, if that was really the case, it's just a matter of refusing or agreeing, but it's not that. Now I have another thing to deal with, he really has nothing else to do. Oh right, Dad, those students of yours, surely there's one that, you know. How about you give them a call and I'll buy a gift and give them a visit? Wouldn't I still be involved? It doesn't matter how you come out the womb, what you become after is all up to fate, even though he and Chin Hao grew up together. Chin Hao is honest and quiet while this guy. Jiang he 10:20 come over for dinner tonight. Okay. You dyed your hair. Does it look good? It does and it suits you. Brown hair makes you look whiter. Why do you talk like the hairstylist? Wait, you're saying I look tan. You've become even whiter. I didn't expect that the warrioress would dye her hair. It doesn't matter if she looks good or not, the fact that she's willing to change up her hairstyle and hair color is something to be happy about. Jiang he came. Hello, Auntie. Last year, I felt that Jiang he was pretty and comfortable to look at. Now, 1 year later, it seems that she's even prettier than before. She has changed for the better. Before, she felt a little dull and unnatural, but now I don't feel anything of that sort. Take a seat. I'm going to buy groceries. Okay, Auntie. You thought I dyed my hair. The picture you sent was the back of the head, so of course I thought it was you. Why didn't you dye it? There wasn't a color I wanted, and I think the current color is the best. That was Ping Ping in the picture. Looks good, right? It does and it suits you. Brown hair makes you look whiter. No, I also think black is the best and suits you very well. Che, you said the other color looked good and suited me. How could I have known it was that old? Ping Ping, you didn't say, you two went together. Yeah, she wanted me to dye the same hair color as her, but I refused. Let's buy a pair of scissors, and you can cut my hair in the future. I only got my hair cut a little shorter and thinned, but it cost more than 80 yuan, which I felt wasn't worth it. Don't be ridiculous, how would I know how to do that? I thought you knew everything. Ahem. Hello, Uncle. Dad, I'll buy you some malva nuts next time. It's good for your throat. Make sure to buy extra. You're here, you even bought so much stuff. Quickly come in and sit. Mom, Dad, we're back. Whole body stiff. Relax. Didn't you want to buy scissors for hair? Was thinking we could buy a hair clipper, that way you can style my hair. It'll go bzzzt, bzzzt as you push and hair will fall. That's not a good idea, right? Why is Su Qin always smiling and playful, while his dad is so serious and has a completely different temperament? Ping Ping originally wanted to go to the movies with me with her discounted tickets that she gets with her membership that's about to expire, but we pushed it to tomorrow. That's nice. Let me talk to Jiang He alone. Ignore. Ignore. This signal is. Didn't you say you wanted to see what your mom bought? Ah. Auntie said she was going to buy groceries, I should have went with her. Ahem. My mom likes to buy a lot of vegetables, but she can't hold it all, so let's go take a look. Sit down. The old man still doesn't believe me and wants to personally ask Jiang He, and he doesn't want me to interrupt him. Want one? Let's not talk about if the warrioress will misspeak or not, just looking at the old man's face, no. If I don't let him ask, he probably won't give it up. Forget it, although I'm a little worried. I'm going to the balcony to have a look. You uncle. Don't be nervous. Just by being able to communicate face-to-face with a Tang Dynasty person, the old man has surpassed everyone in his unit, which is enough to brag for a lifetime. That's only if he knew the truth. How's he? Who? No one to be seen up here. How's he? Have an apple. Fuck off. You're mentally ill. You're giving me an apple that's bitten. You wouldn't get it, this is Steve Jobs's apple. Do you have nothing better to do? I am pretty idle. Then wait a moment. Come. Qingzi. Let's fight to the death. You're the mentally ill one. Enough nonsense, where's yours? I'm not dressing up and playing around with you. Help me take a picture. Howsy is really acting like an idiot. Shit. Not right now. I'm not dressed right. Alright, I'll take it again. What's uncle holding in his hands? A belt. My dad said that if you tie something there, it won't put all the pressure on the shoulders, and it'll look better too. Qingzi's piece is too small, mine is what real men wear. Both the material and size are one level higher than Su Qing's piece. Girdle your waist so that you can bear the weight, otherwise it will become loose and your shoulders will tire out. As expected of you. There's actually such a thing. What are they doing? Howsy wanted me to take a full body picture of him. You two finished talking. Want one? Yeah, we're done. Crunch. It's so awesome. My ass. You only know how to play every day. It looks like Howsy is feeling it. Uncle Qin must be using a lot of force. Does Uncle Qin's hand not hurt doing that? What did he ask you? He asked me if I remember which part of Zhejiang I was from and where my home was. Is Uncle trying to? That's right, he's going to help us. Don't keep on calling him Uncle. Next time. Keep calling him Dad. Eh. You're teasing me again. Auntie should be back after shopping for groceries in a bit. If there's a lot to carry, I'll go downstairs to help pick them up. Look at him, and then look at you. Dad, I'm right here. Was I talking to you? TSK. Dad, should we tidy up our rooms and make it neater and prettier? I also want to change the kennel. I bought a nice one on Taobao. Where did you even find this iron cage? What's the point of making it look so good? I think it's better if I find you a blind date. Who knows if you'll get stabbed again, and I'll have to. Dad, let's talk about the dog cage. I'm talking to you about the blind date. In our city, people get married late, it's a national condition. Don't listen to my second uncle and his friends. How can my cousin's village environment be compared to ours? Look at little Qingzi, and then look at that Wangzi. Is the invitation still in your drawer? Not comparable, not comparable. I'm a dignified policeman of the people, dedicating myself to the cause. Love is trivial in comparison. Wow, but I don't dare say that to the old man. If possible, love would still be pretty nice. Let me carry that. Jiang He is the best. Although she doesn't wear makeup, she makes you feel comfortable at first glance. She's also diligent and ran over to help me as soon as I walked in. I don't know yet, it is too early for that. Are you too short on money to buy a house? When it comes to buying a house, Jiang He has no identity, so the house will only be under this kid's name. There's no chance of being deceived by someone without an identity. This kid is pretty smart, only a ghost can deceive him. All the worries I had before were in vain. If Jiang He wanted to deceive Su Qing, she would have to return empty-handed. If this kid wants to deceive Jiang He, then there's no need to come to me for help. The logic is now straightened out. I should have figured out what he was thinking during our last conversation, but I didn't and was even despised by him. Dad, why are you looking at me like that? Are you tired? How could I be tired? You really know how to joke. What else can I do after the encounter? I talked about the generation gap with my colleague Oldley before. He also told his daughter about how sitting in an office typing on a computer with the AC blowing cold air while earning money is not tiring at all. What does his daughter do? What she does? I don't understand it either. It's what you young people like to tinker with. Oldley can't figure it out. Tell me, in the past, we had to get up early and work hard all day long and still had to mow grass to feed the pigs. Why is it so difficult for young people to satisfy our generation now? As I've said before, times have changed. Sitting in a cubicle and typing on the computer to communicate with those customers is not really as easy as feeding pigs. Leave that poor girl alone. It's hard to satisfy. You all have gone through hardships and always think things are easy now. Think about it from another perspective. When has making money ever been easy? That's because you haven't seen me pulling my hair out. It looked pretty easy for you. That's true. If making money is that easy, either that person is a genius, or that person has connections in their family. Those are the two most likely possibilities. This kid can't be called a genius, so the reason I think it's easy is because I don't understand. Anyway, I can't understand it. As for Jiang He's thing, I'll help you ask around. You haven't asked. What are you two doing just sitting there? It's time to eat. Dad, Jiang He will definitely not be as fierce as my mom in the future. How about you try and let your mom hear that? Are you gnashing your teeth and burning with jealousy and can't stand it anymore, so you came to arrest us? I'll arrest you another day. Strange. Looking at this guy's excitement, he must have got a big case, but he doesn't have an electric scooter to drive. I really thought he was going to arrest you. Even if he arrests me, he'll have to release me because I haven't broken any laws. Are you full? Let me see how full you are. I'm 90% full. My skills are lacking. I even failed a sneak attack on her stomach. Damn it. Oh yeah, does the saying, rowing a boat upstream, if you stop moving forward you fall back, apply to martial arts? It does. Why? You want my martial arts to regress? No, I'm just asking. How long will it take? For me to regress to your level, it'll probably take a few decades. Ah. Won't you be an old lady by then? That's only if I don't practice martial arts at all. Don't forget that I'm still practicing with my sword every day. No. I have to work hard. I need to push down the warrioress as soon as possible. What's the warrioress looking at? Ah, it's the ring toss game. She probably feels like she'll be bullying them if she plays, just like what happened at the amusement park last time. Want to play? Look at that vase, it's quite nice. We can bring it back for the ginger plant or put in some flowers. It's only 8 yuan if you buy it. If you score all 10 rings, you will earn a profit of 60 yuan. You're going to carry all 10 vases. I can't do that. It'll be hard for me to carry that many too. And why do you want to bring so many back? We'll use them somewhere. I've heard many discussions about which one they want, but I've never heard of this kind of discussion before. No matter what, I can't let this business opportunity escape. Ahem, how about I gift you a ring to play with? It's okay, that wouldn't be good, right? The other customers already paid. I don't believe someone won't play again after missing the first one. How about this? We'll buy a ring for 2 yuan. How about that? Ha. After saying all of that, it turns out he was reluctant to spend money. This young man looks like a pretty normal guy hanging out with his well-matched girlfriend, but he turns out to be stingy and just wants to spend 2 yuan to have a good time. TSK. No wonder they're empty-handed. That's also fine, here. Ding. It's not a loss for me anyway. WeChat received 2 yuan. Even if they don't continue to keep playing after missing and leave, I'll still be able to make 2 yuan. Thank you, uncle. Ah. Using the skills of slaying dragons to catch loaches is pretty good too, basically talking about how Jiang He using her skills is overkill for ring toss. But, why are there so many flowers? Ah, no wonder, today is Qixi, Chinese Valentine's Day. I was wondering why the night market is so busy today. Holiday. Are we eating dumplings? No, it's a day for lovers. I'm not eating dumplings, but I can eat feet. Slang for feet. You want to eat my fist? I'm not hungry yet, haha. Wait a minute, you said Ping Ping wanted to take you to see a movie today. Isn't that trying to sow discord between us? Asking you not to accompany me on Qixi and accompany her instead? It's not like you were going to take me. It's really different from usual. There's many couples holding flowers in their hands. Then we'll go see a movie now. It'll be very late when we're done. Then I'll buy you a gift. A gift. Why did we go to such a bright and shiny shop? Fortunately, we went for a walk after dinner, and the shops aren't closed yet. Just in time to pick out a Qixi gift for the warrioress. It'll be meaningless when Qixi is over. You like red, alright. We'll buy that one. How much is that? It's so pretty. Sir, this Suzhou embroidery silk scarf costs 488 yuan. Getting the shawl or the scarf would be good. If the sun is strong when fishing, wearing a hat and this shawl can provide complete protection. Can you take 500? Sure. Shit, I was careless. I meant 500 for 2, with this sky blue one. Young man, you shouldn't be so stingy when you're out with your girlfriend. This is my wife. 2 for 600. I can't go any lower. Deal. You know how to haggle. Just the basics. If it were Auntie Cheng, she would probably be able to buy 2 for 30 yuan. Then we've suffered a big loss. Buying a wife for 570 is not a loss. I'll let him take advantage of me with his words, but I won't let him do anything in bed. Let's go see what's happening. Why did they start fighting? A young couple was out shopping together and having fun, but ended up bumping into a lover. Housie must have run out excitedly to work overtime to deal with stuff like this. Huh. Hello, Officer Gu. You're taking out your little sister to have fun. What little sister and girlfriend? Young people these days sure know how to play. Please pay attention to your safety and don't cause trouble. I'll be taking these people back to the station first. Yes, sir. Thank you for your hard work, Officer Gu. Why does it feel like you're very familiar with him? Not that familiar. I see that you're still a little nervous when you see police. You're like a mouse seeing a cat. If I were to become one, would that? I probably won't be nervous anymore. That woman just now had 2 boyfriends. Probably not just 2. Then her legs would be touched every day. I'm joking. Walk slower, someone seems to be coming towards us. The warrioress is really good at cracking jokes now. She probably thinks that we'll buy flowers. Big brother, how about you buy a bouquet of flowers for big sister? Big sister? For sister-in-law. It's 28 for 1 flower and 88 for 9. For more than 5 yuan, you'll have to ask her. If it were the original warrioress, she would have refused with a pained look on her face. For these flowers with no roots and can't be planted, they'll wither in a few days after purchase. For 28 yuan, it's better to buy some pork. Big sis, buy a bouquet of flowers for brother-in-law. Yuan for 2. Today I got 2 beautiful silk scarves, 2 flowers, and a ceramic vase. So happy. What's the significance of Qixi celebrated by couples? Meanings are given by people. Couples use this day to strengthen their relationship, businesses use this day to make money, men use this day to express love, and women use this day to receive gifts. Everyone is happy. Everyone gains something, but does anyone suffer a loss? Everyone gets what they need, just like bartering. There's no such thing as suffering a loss. Well, if we really want to talk about it, there's that person who ran into a lover, bootlickers, and jealous single people like Housie. You said you wanted to lick me before. Yeah, I can do it now. You wish. There was Qixi that time as well. But it's different now. What are you thinking about? People's time is limited. The more things I like to do, the less time I can allocate to each thing. I have to do so many things every day, I really don't have enough time. You don't think it's a waste of time for us to go walking around, do you? I don't want the warrioress to feel that walking around is a waste of time just because she's not live streaming. Of course not, I just feel that the live streaming takes up the time we can spend together outside. Bruh, when will I get a girlfriend? Maybe it's because I had too much time to do nothing in the past. As my life becomes more fulfilling, I naturally feel like I don't have enough time. If I guarantee the time spent with Su Qing, then time spent on things like reading, practicing martial arts, playing games, fishing, and going out with friends will all have to be shortened. We going out again tomorrow? Really? Where? I'm kidding, go shower. Humph. The recording of each live stream is posted, which is also part of the income. In the future, every time someone watches it, income will be generated. As time goes on and the popularity increases, the sum of the mosquito meat cannot be underestimated. Will the warrioress's income one day exceed mine? I can't beat her in a fight, and now I'm going to lose in terms of income. It seems to be game over. Am I going to become a house husband? But a modern woman with both literary and martial skills. I helped her become like that. I'm done showering. When I was showering, I thought about it. I'm now somewhat famous in this game. Ping Ping told me that this platform is small and the section isn't very popular. She asked me if I wanted to change platforms. Do you plan to keep on playing? No. The skill ceiling of this game is only so high. No matter how I play, I'm almost on the same level as the others who have spent a lot of effort in making equipment and have good skills. As for creating my own account, I don't want to just play this game from now on. I have been here for a year, and this is my first serious job. Whether it's grinding or the duel arena, there's this special attachment to them. Just like Su Qing said, life has countless paths, this is just one of them, and my life has just begun. If you change platforms, other platforms will definitely want to sign a contract with you. The contract can only be signed with me, and there will be many restrictions. Not signing the contract may be worse than staying at the current one and starting over. Before I get my ID, I just need some income, so there's no rush. It's great that you can make up your own mind now. My daughter Jiang, he has grown up. Believe it or not, I'll bite you. It's been a long time since Su Qing held my legs. Google said that men are all like that, but Su Qing is not quite right, it was only those 2 times. Does this kind of thing also vary from person to person? Or is this guy hiding some conspiracy? Although Su Qing sometimes acts very perverted, he is not as perverted as the people in the short films, and some things are still acceptable. Your plan to sell pickled vegetables has been on hold, are you still planning to do it? That was when I had no income source, and now it's not cost-effective to spend time making pickled vegetables. My Dao. Heh, I won't tease you anymore. She dresses plainly all day long, doesn't put on makeup, is chill when she's not aggressive, and is very nice to get along with. This kind of girl can easily arouse impulses. Especially since she's a warrioress from ancient times. You're not going to shower. Going now. Today is Qixi, other couples will do some happy things. What about us? What happy things? We're not, legally, married yet. You can do those things without being married. As a modern person, you can no longer consider yourself a girl from the Kaiyuan era. Otherwise, you'll just be an old fossil. Whatever, you said I'm over 1,000 years old anyway. Heh, you are not truly happy. I'm very happy with things now. I am standing by your side but you seem miles away. Let do you want to this bitterness bind you for life? Hey. What's up? Actually. You can use my legs to do that. You don't need to secretly do it in the bathroom by yourself. I'm not doing that. Actually, I should have taken you to a hotel tonight with soundproof rooms, that way I can broaden your horizons and let you experience modern enthusiasm and unrestrainedness. Your hobby is very perverted. It's not a hobby. I shoulder the important responsibility of helping friends from the Tang dynasty to appreciate the world's scenery. This is popular science. Regarding the time issue, isn't it better to prepare for a longer time than to prepare for a shorter time? Won't it be more beneficial and less harmful thinking this way? If you go back to the Kaiyuan era now, it'll definitely be a big disaster. If I meet a comic artist one day, I'll definitely ask him to draw a story based on Jiang He. The name will be, "My wife came from 1,000 years ago to learn modern thinking from me, and then traveled back in time to create Li Longji's opponent that becomes the emperor that will step on Gao Lisher's feet, punch Yang Yuhuan, eat all of the lychees, build socialism with the characteristics of the Tang dynasty, make it bigger and stronger, and then invade the unified territory of Goguryeo." Ha ha ha. I, the emperor, want to rest. Rest? You should say pass away. Oh. You want to inherit my throne? No way, don't even think about taking advantage of me. I advise you to stay still. Today is Qixi, do you want to do something? It won't hurt your health. Go to sleep. I'm not going to agree. When the time comes, the most he'll do is hug me and secretly squeeze me. Then help me get my phone. What for? I'll look and see if there's anyone selling Guangong statues, so I can buy one and put it in here. I'll then buy a big incense so that we can become sworn siblings. We'll offer incense to him every day and have a clear conscience. We don't hope to be born in the same year, the same month, and the same day, but hope to die in the same year, same month, and the same day. The yellow sky above and the thick soil below. Sleep. Why go to sleep so early? What exactly do you want to do? Ah. Jiang He, I like you. I also like you. But. Hold me tight. We. I've never seen her sleeping position when she first arrived. I wonder if it was like this. Or was she always in an alerted state where she would wake up with the slightest noise? Love is never so simple and direct. When the feelings become strong to a certain extent, people will naturally become more intimate. The love at that moment could only be released through the most intimate contact. No matter what, the past is all in the past. Su Qing believes that Jiang He will only get better day by day. Until she fully adapts to the world 1,000 years into the future. The good and bad. The happy and troubling times, will all be experienced slowly. Good night, little he. Hm. War, Ryrus. She's straightening out her clothes. Ah. Why did it feel like someone was looking at me? It must have been my imagination. Not really. Ah. What did I do last night? Fortunately Su Qing hasn't woken up yet, I gotta hurry up and wash it. Just leave it there, I'll help you wash it later. This is normal, it's okay. I also dreamed about certain things before. Then I secretly got up to wash my clothes in the early morning, and even lied to you that I was washing my socks. Isn't that funny? Who would wash socks early in the morning? Ha ha ha. Just leave it there. Yuga. I'll beat you to death. Don't. You'll become a widow if you beat me to death. You still ask me every day if I want to grab your legs, and now it's your turn. I already told you, there's no need. This guy is so lustful, any offer to help from him is just an excuse. How could I possibly like that stuff? Shameless. Obscene. Why are you still holding it? I already told you that I'll wash it for you. We're a couple, there's no need to act like strangers. Here. Ah. Ha. No. You. Me. Is it a good sign or a bad sign that this thing fell on my head? A little hard to swallow. Should I buy a soy milk machine? I'll ask Sue. I suddenly don't feel like asking anymore. I'm heading out. Little he didn't practice swordplay today, but I'm practicing my martial arts. As this continues, the gap between us will narrow little by little. Although it's only a little bit, victory lies in perseverance. You can't become a master after practicing martial arts for a day, nor can you become smart after studying for a day. Perseverance is key. Jiang He is like a max-level boss, while I'm just a noob with a wooden sword coming out of the beginner village. But as long as there is enough time and my skill proficiency slowly increases, sooner or later I will defeat her and carry her to bed. Achoo! Ping ping. Jiang He. Come here. Look. It's the guzheng I bought. Wow. This guzheng is not small at all. It's as big as the big sword. Please help me move it upstairs. Want to learn? 1-to-1 won't be able to learn it, but Su Qing should be able to, he sings very well. Aya, what's the point of him learning it? I think you'll be able to learn a bit. Doesn't Su Qing know martial arts? You play the guzheng while he displays his moves, it would be even better if he knew the sword. TSK, you want him to dance with a sword? He has no strength at all, and his hands start to feel sore not long after practicing. I really don't have time to learn. Then let me perform a song for you. Do you want to learn now? I won't be able to learn it. My hands are used to wielding a sword, and yet I still want to do that. Just thinking about it feels wrong. I'll be teaching you. You teach me how to cook, and I'll teach you how to play tunes. It's fine, I still have to study and read, studying too much causes my brain to overload. Math, Chinese. This is different from what I thought. Live streaming with Su Qing every day, going fishing with me, teaching me how to cook, and yet she's still a student. You're still in school. I thought you. No, Su Qing wants me to study on my own in preparation to enroll into adult university. I see. He wants you to brush up on your knowledge. Then what's your highest education level? High school. 8th grade. No matter how you look at it, you can't tell that Jiang He didn't even finish middle school. Such a quiet girl who loves reading actually only had a middle school education. I remember you said that Su Qing graduated from college, right? I'm now really curious how you two met. Who knew a cheerful-looking person like Su Qing would do such a thankless task as asking his girlfriend, who is already able to make money through live streaming, to study in order to get a better education? Speaking of which, I have only seen him through the live stream and not up close. Ah. Do you want to get to know him? It would be weird if I said yes. That's your boyfriend, what do I need to get to know him for? I was just curious. Since you two live together, are you one step away from getting married? That's still far away. You seem to complain that he kept forcing you to read books in the past, and now he wants you to get a better education. He's really helping you plan it out. Yeah, he wants me to become a more knowledgeable person. This young couple, why am I a little jealous? This man is planning for the future, and it's not the next 3 to 5 years, but the second half of their lives. In his plan, the two of them will always be together. Why jealous? Isn't this normal for someone you like? The reasons behind it are heartwarming. Why not? Call him out and let's go walk around. It looks like you're going to eat me alive. Don't worry, I won't do anything. I didn't say that you would. Hop. Su Qing said the same thing, saying he won't do anything, but then squeezed into my bed. Are you afraid something will happen between him and me? How's that possible, if he dares? I'll just beat him up. But I have to make it clear first that guys who are bad at games and play the priest class, I have zero interest in them. I just suddenly felt that he has quite a bit of charisma and wanted to get to know him. Charisma? A person with a pure heart, clear thinking, and no unnecessary emotions and delusions can bring a sense of security to others. How do you know that? I divined it. Huh. Just joking with you, I actually guessed it. That line was from Cin Yu Yang. Although I haven't met him yet, I feel like he's that kind of person. Although he doesn't work his butt off at home, he'll practice martial arts when he's free, help out when there's something going on as an enthusiastic citizen, and let's not talk about him himself for now, but his attitude towards you. He doesn't like you streaming, but will stream with you. He urges you to read and study, and wants you to continue school to better yourself, allowing you to have more choices and supporting you in whatever you want to do. Don't worry, I just want to meet a rare normal person. You two are a bit alike. Me? And Su Qing? No. How are we alike? You both have one nose and two eyes. Su Qing was just like her at the beginning, he could guess what kind of house Gong Ping would buy without even seeing her face. Now Ping Ping was able to guess a lot of things without even meeting Su Qing. You haven't been to my place yet, sooner or later you'll get to know him. Then let's go take a look. I happen to also want to play with Winter Melon. Okay, let's go. No one's home. He was home when I left, probably went out. Poke. Is this Winter Melon? So soft. Winter Melon doesn't bite. Wear this pair, and I'll get you a glass of water. It's fine, I drank some earlier. Alright, then sit wherever you like. It's much bigger than mine and very cozy. Ah. Meow. Oh, where did you go on a date for Chishi? Didn't even stream yesterday. We went to his parents' house for dinner, and then we went to the night market afterwards. It was already 9 when we got back, so we didn't stream. Not bad. You already met his parents and ate together with his parents during New Year's, but, why did you two go to his parents' house for dinner on Chishi? It's Valentine's Day. Ah. I also don't know. When we were walking home last night, Su Qing only remembered that it was Qixi when he saw the flower sellers. What? He only remembered last night. It's okay, Su Qing bought me a gift. That's better. During holidays, Su Qing does some dirty things. I'd rather not celebrate it. So he sat in my current spot and edited the videos. You two have your own computer space. That's how it is usually. I don't know where he went, but he was practicing his martial arts here when I went out just now. The fishing rod is still here, but my thermos cup is gone, so he shouldn't have gone too far, otherwise he would have sent me a message. Chow Chow shouldn't have let him go, he should have just given him a stab. If they did what you said, then there's no need to write the novel, and the story can just start with ascending the throne and the whole thing will just end right there. That's Su Qing. Looks like it. He really didn't go far. What are you doing here? Resting. I had nothing to do, so I came out to bask in the sun. What are you two doing? We're going out for a walk. This is Ping Ping. Hello. Hello, you're. Yep, you're mod for the stream. Yogurt, right? Then we're going. Okay. Take care. The two of them often hang out together. That's true, they often go out to play, and the two girls are pretty good at fishing. They rarely come back empty-handed. Huh, true, that's one of her few hobbies. Before meeting Ping Ping, Jiang he played games at home every day. Last year, she probably didn't go out as much as in the past 6 months combined. I was worried that she would go stupid. Friends are really important. Of course. There's no one to talk to if you don't have a friend. Where were we at? Ah, why didn't he just ascend the throne directly, instead of doing all of that, just like that? No, if he ascended the throne directly, someone will definitely go against him, he'll need. Su Qing and the security guard are really familiar with each other. He rarely comes into contact with many people with his work. Those friends of his are very busy and far away. If he stays at home for a long time, he'll come out for some air. He might be lonely. Lonely? How come I see him quite capable at talking a lot on stream? That's work. Do you still want to get to know him? Didn't I just do that? I just didn't add his WeChat yet. What are you trying to add my boyfriend on WeChat for? Can't have friends of the opposite sex anymore. Humph. I guess I really have no chance to beat him to death. By the way, didn't you want to stream you playing the Guzheng? Where's your computer? The computer is in my bedroom. Putting it in the living room is troublesome, since I like to watch movies in bed when I'm too lazy to get up. Our computers are always in the living room, we never bring them into our rooms. When I have a man, I'll also move my computer out. There seems to be nothing good about men anyways. It's warmer sleeping on a single bed, that's all. Okay, Chef Jiang, see what you need to buy, and I'll buy a little myself to learn how to make it. I'm heading back now, hit me up again next time. Okay, I'll send you the pictures of the food. I'm back. Wah. Don't you think winter melon should eat more simply? Cat food does not seem very healthy. True. Ping Ping was wearing high heels, making the click-clack noises. Do you really like that? Is she preparing to buy a pair and wear them herself? Or is she preparing to give me a taste of 9-in white bone claw, if I say I do? To like heels and shoes, you must like their feet first. I don't like hers, so why would I like her heels? You really don't like shoes? I haven't washed my hands, don't touch me. I just like yours. Okay, but she said she's interested in you. Why? Because of that Lin blah blah blah, enthusiastic citizen blah blah blah. And you getting me to study to go to college, etc. Don't you have anything to say? For example, why is she interested in you? I think you should know. What if she really likes you and wants to be your concubine? There's no such thing as a concubine now. You've studied for nothing. There is. A few days ago, I saw a guy who has a whole community of wives, even if it's not called concubine anymore, it's the same meaning. You think too highly of me. It's only like that because the whole community is owned by that person. A person like me with no money and assets, it's already a blessing to be able to marry an ancient wife, so how could I dare have a concubine? After Ping Ping knew that you wanted to help me go to college, she wanted to get to know you. Maybe it's because she saw how you're really nice to me. Or she thinks I'm handsome. The capable little rich woman likes someone who is handsome and strong like me. Strong? Let's have a fight. If you want to beat me up, just say so. People who practice martial arts are really built different. Although her small hand is soft, it has power. Is it because you had fun last night that I'm getting this service? Ah. Say it again. If this guy dares to do it again, I should carry him to the storage room like a piggy. I didn't like it. Maybe she thought I was good to you, such as forcing you to study, and then she became curious. After all, how can a normal man force his girlfriend who has never gone to school to continue going to school? Sure enough, my feeling is correct. Even what you two say is similar. Because she doesn't know that your true identity is a little old lady who is over 1,000 years old. If you were a modern person, dating is more about finding someone suitable and excluding the unsuitable ones. There are very few people like me who raise their girlfriend like a daughter. Raising an old lady over 1,000 years old as a daughter. As a wife. As a wife. Humph, we're not married yet. Does it matter if we are married or not? Last night, said it all. Gong Ping might be envious that there's someone thinking about your future. As long as we don't break up, it's all an investment towards you becoming a family member. You're that good to me. It's not that I'm that good to you, we've become a whole now. I can't just think about how I can improve myself and then take you with me after. I should take you with me and consider how the two of us can live a better life. That is to say, if I'm good to you, then I'm being good to myself. If you live well, then it's good for both of us. Then why aren't you studying? I'm going to make lunch. Ahem, so if she's interested in me, you don't have to be jealous. She's just trying to make friends, what's there to be jealous about? Unless you really do like her high heels. I don't. Then everything is fine. I'll beat you up if you dare to like it. For little Jiang He, this is not normal. For modern people, introducing your boyfriend to your best friend is completely normal. A normal procedure would be inviting my girlfriend's best friend to a nice restaurant for dinner. Then I would show concern so that her best friend can get a good first impression. In the end, I was holding a thermos cup and bragging in the sun with the security guard at the gate. No, it doesn't matter anymore. What I should lament about is the accelerated growth of little Jiang He. The more things she's exposed to, the faster she integrates. The girl who was drenched in rain while holding a sword in the hallway can already joke around with me. I'll bring Uncle Zhao some tea. Friends should treat each other the way they would like to be treated themselves. Why are you taking out tea leaves? Giving some to Uncle Zhao. You're going out for tea this afternoon. Want to go with? I prefer sitting with girls. She's making it sound like I always like to sit with old men. Why are you being so polite? You're acting like we're strangers. It's the least I should do. This kid. Why do you act like an old man at such a young age? Where are your friends? They're busy, how can they be as free as me? Moreover, I usually drink alcohol with them while I drink tea with you. I can't drink alcohol like I used to anymore, since it's tightly controlled. Aren't all women like that? When we first got together, she was quite obedient, but after a while, she just turned into a tiger. Ha! Look at how scared you are. When are you two getting married? Soon, she already met my parents, so within 2 years. Let me tell you, women are like that. She's like a kitten at the beginning, but as time goes by, she'll become annoyed when there are too many trivial things. If she becomes annoyed too much, she'll have a bad temper. Then sometimes you'll feel like, why is this different from before? How come they became a different person? Is Auntie like that? No. I can't do anything about the smoking, but I concede to her on everything else. I pretend not to hear her and let her quarrel, since I'll feel better that way. Otherwise, we would quarrel for a while. So how long have you two been together? 3 years. It should be 3 years. Don't let her hear that, otherwise she'll get on me again. You don't remember? It was very vague at the start, even holding hands was hard. I didn't know if we were together or not, but it's just, then we started living together later. When we held hands at that time, we were already together. We had to get married to live together. Look at you two, got together after living together. What if you two break up? I'll be beaten to death by her. Ah. Uncle Zhao, you're thinking of. We're heading out. Take care of yourselves now. She's not studying today either. You're back. Where'd you go to have fun? Ping Ping and I went shopping, watched a movie, and drank milk tea. There were claw machines, but I didn't get anything. How's he brought a girl to the movies? Interesting. Going out today made me feel like it's better to stay at home. That's because you're not with me. Besides, it's expensive and tiring, and you can just watch movies at home. TCH. When I'm with you, I'll be tied to a chair and spun around to be tortured. You have to experience it at least once when you go to an amusement park for the first time. What did you learn? A lot of stuff, just like when I'm with you, I learn a lot of things by listening to her talk, but most of it is for girls, like making photos look better with a few clicks. That's called beauty cam. How magical. And with a few more clicks, it'll look like a monster with a pointy mouth and monkey cheeks. Look at this. Does it look like me? Pointy mouth and monkey cheeks. Yoisho. This is the first time I've discovered that little Jiang he could use words so accurately. It's so good here. Su Qing. You're good too. I feel like you're acting weird today. Because I'm different from before. I suddenly discovered it when I was out today. What exactly is different? Hairstyle. New clothes. I'm just different from before. Su Qing, I'm a modern person now. Yes, still a naive modern person. You're the naive one. It's broad daylight, too early for that, no. I want to tell you, if you think of me as a daughter again. Ah. I'll bite you to death. I'm very sorry, but for some reason, the next scene has been automatically skipped for you. Damn it. Her calf was pressing down on it so hard. I need to become stronger. When it comes to learning martial arts, the warrioress never refuses to teach me. I don't know if she's really not afraid of me catching her and beating her, or if she really wants me to be more powerful. Why are you still practicing martial arts so seriously when you're about to eat? When I succeed in martial arts, I'll get my revenge for the past. You're talking nonsense again. By the time I master it and want to force me to do something, we might already be married. Alright, I'm also practicing so that I have another skill after you get your ID. I can shoot a short video for it, which will at least ensure food on the table. Aren't you able to make money from doing movie reviews? Why are you trying to also make short videos? That's why it's just another skill. Too many skills won't overwhelm the body. The backup plan might not be used, but it can be an option when needed. Makes sense. How many backup plans have you prepared? Guess. Not guessing. There are so many benefits to practicing martial arts. The little impulse I felt when I was pressed down by the warrioress just now dissipated with sweat. Sword. I wonder if Su Qing knows how to use a sword. I don't know if he knows how, but I do know he must be very despicable. I failed to reach 1700, playing at a high level for 1 hour is a test for both the spirit and the body. Ahem. The little Jiang he who worked hard. Would you like to read a book? Or watch a movie with me? Choose one of the two. Watch a movie. Quick answer. What kind of movie is this? A woman takes revenge with her children. One day 10 years ago. Proud and laughing in the face of 1,000 waves, passionate and victorious like the red sunlight. With courage as unyielding as iron, and bones as strong as fine steel, a broad mind reaching hundreds of miles, a vision that spans 10,000 miles, swearing to strive for self-improvement, becoming a true hero. What's with the ghost crying and wolf howling while showering? Be a good man, strive for self-improvement every day. A passionate man, more fervent than the red sunlight. I can't. I'm too scared to shower. Put on some clothes. Horror movie. It's not scary, it's just a normal horror movie. Ghosts are normal. Ghosts don't exist, so why should you be afraid? Let me go. Then we're not watching. If we don't watch then I'll have to study. This movie doesn't seem as scary as the one before. It's just a child, he can be cut down with one sword strike. Ugh. What's wrong? I'm not watching anymore. Not watching anymore. Really? I'm going to read, I haven't read all day. If you want to go to school, you must study, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. I want to go. If I want to live well in modern times, I have to study. Reading is the simplest and fastest way, it is also the foundation. It's impossible to build a tall building from the ground. I'm going to take a shower first. Okay. Do you want me to accompany you? Why is he taking so long to shower? I'm done showering. Do you want to do something else? If you wake me up, I'll beat you. You're not asleep yet. If I can't fall asleep within 5 minutes, I'll beat you too. It's unfair, but my skills are inferior. It's better to be more restrained. I'm quite satisfied now. If you keep playing, I'll beat you. Let's just become sworn siblings. A couple that's not even touching each other might as well become sworn siblings. We don't ask to be born on the same year, the same month, and the same day. Is that enough? Sleep. Throughout the ages, brides have always been so beautiful. Qingzi. What are you doing standing there? Haozi. Why do you look so lethargic? To make it here today, I had to switch shifts with a colleague, and I rushed over here after finishing the shift. Hey, where is your partner? I don't have a partner. Keep acting. I put 800, is that right? That's right, don't put too much, it'll make me look like a rich guy. Yo. You're here. Congratulations. I hope you two live in happiness and harmony for a lifetime. Who am I giving this to? Look at what you're saying. To her. Thank you. To be able to get a guy like Wang Zijuan to put on his wedding clothes so early, is quite impressive. Wow. This probably cost a lot of money, right? He's a rich guy, so he definitely spent a lot of money. When it's our turn, it won't be as luxurious as this. That's good then. Why do you seem so relieved? I'm not. Something's wrong with me, why am I talking about my wedding? I don't know when it started. I already see Su Qing as my fiancée. So this is what a modern marriage is like, then the two of them will start living together. This is how the good-for-nothing during college begins the next phase of his life. The bride seems pretty impressive. She's more than just impressive. I've seen many of Wang Zijuan's girlfriends, they all seem sophisticated and social, they can seamlessly navigate through 5 or 6 social scenes in a day. I don't even bother remembering their names. The current bride seems to be an artist. I saw her on the subway that one time. Although her attire wasn't very elaborate, she looked neat and tidy. Then, in a low-key manner, she brought Wang Zijuan to a hotel. Perhaps it's precisely this type of woman who can rein him in. That's why little Jiang He is better. When she wants to beat someone up, she tells you directly and doesn't deceive or trick you, she just clenches her fist and issues a threat. You'll be carried in a sedan chair in the future, all right? Really? An 8-lift sedan chair. An 8-lift sedan chair, with trumpets blowing while crossing over fire braziers. Sounds majestic, doesn't it? A bright red wedding dress. The Fengguan Shepe. A type of traditional Chinese wedding set of attire categorized under Hanfu, which was worn by Han Chinese women in Ming and Qing dynasties. Then you have to keep your word. Of course. Compared to that, exchanging rings with microphones in hand seems rather insignificant. When will you two do that, get married? Next year. So fast. Next year, what about her ID? Oh right. There's that. Then we'll get married when it's resolved. It's already one thing for me to attend a brother's wedding alone, now I'm forced to third wheel as well. Qingzi is always like this, when he has to talk about something he doesn't want to talk about, he'll just say a bunch of nothing in the end. Only a fool would reveal his plan to the police. The old man has already contacted some people a few days ago and asked me to find some time to visit them in order to figure out a solution. I can't go empty-handed, but it doesn't make sense to bring cigarettes and alcohol. I don't know if they'll accept tea leaves that are worth several thousand yuan. The money will have to come from little Jiang He's small treasury. Sense danger out of nowhere. Thank you to all my relatives and friends. Qingzi. For coming on this beautiful day. Qingzi. What? Turn around for a moment. Ahem. Let's say if. I mean if. I want to pursue a girl, what should I give her during the Mid-Autumn Festival? The Mid-Autumn Festival is a day for family reunions. If you want to pursue someone, you have to choose a Western holiday. Western holidays are the days for dates and getting a hotel room. Did I fucking say I want to get a hotel room? Wait. That makes sense. Even if I don't get a hotel room, hanging out on a Western holiday is better than disrupting a family reunion during the Mid-Autumn Festival. It seems like her family isn't around. I'll ask her out for a walk with the excuse that the moonlight is beautiful tonight. Where are you planning to go? I'll light some fireworks for you. That's it. There's no need for that, I was just casually asking. Lighting fireworks? I'll arrest you if you're not careful. Don't even think about it. He wants to pursue a girl yet he is acting like that. When little Jiang He saw him and that girl going to the movies, it's probably the girl who suggested going. Actually, that guy, Wang Zijuan, has a killer move. What is it? Just say whatever the girl wants to hear, and then you can do whatever you want. I really want to beat him to death. When Wang Zijuan says he'll buy a bag, he'll really do it, but can I? People are different, and I don't have Wang Zijuan's kind of talkativeness that can coax so many people at the same time. Now that he is married, those things seem to be behind him. I think we once said that when we get married, we won't go home until we're drunk. Once we're really at this point, I suddenly can no longer go back to my youth. After I get married, if I encounter a knife situation on the street again, will I still be able to rush forward without hesitation? Or will I quietly call for help and not know how long it'll take to arrive as I watch from a distance? I wonder what she's currently doing. Happy wedding. Thank you everyone. You're one lucky guy. You have such a beautiful wife. Of course. Don't be shy everyone, feel free to eat and drink to your heart's content. You really didn't drink a sip of alcohol and only drank juice. Yeah, that's the nature of the job after all. I have to get up early tomorrow, so I need to go home and sleep soon. People have left, let's leave also. Shall we walk around or go home? Let's walk around. It's autumn again. This is my second autumn here. What's lottery? Everyone has 5 million in the bank, but they just forgot their password and need to spend 2 yuan each time to guess. There's such a good thing. Are you sure it's a good thing? You're betting on luck, then it has nothing to do with us at all. Let's go then. 5 yuan a ticket, a total of 10 tickets, we'll get 5 tickets each. Didn't you say it depends on luck? Yeah. Let's see which one of us is unlucky. Maybe you're dragging me down. Next time you draw cards or whatever, stay away from me and I'll draw them. Humph. Even though both of our luck is weak, he still wants to compete. I got 1 yuan. As long as my winnings are better than little Jiang He's, I'll have the right to speak about luck. It's the last ticket. There aren't more zeros at the end, right? I got 1 2, 5 yuan. We have the same luck. How about we buy a few more? That 50 yuan was really not worth it. Some of the money is actually donated to charity. Look, it says right here. For every ticket sold, $1 goes to the charity organizations that help the elderly, the disabled, the orphans, and the poor. We did a good deed. Yeah, that 10 yuan can at least give several children in mountainous areas a full meal. Oh, wouldn't it have been better to just donate it directly? We still lost 30 yuan of that 50 yuan. Over here. Welcome. Wow, I wish I could open a store like this. What's the price of this tea? This tea costs 998 per caddy. What about this one then? 1600 per caddy. And this? 3888. Sorry, we're going to check elsewhere. Thanks, boss, we'll come back next time. Take care. Do you want to drink gold? I don't want to drink it, I want to give it to others to drink. How much does it cost for the tea leaves I use to make tea eggs at home? If it's as expensive as those other ones, wouldn't it be like eating golden eggs? Those are cheap, I'm just an ordinary person, so how could I drink something so expensive? Thank goodness. Then who are you buying such expensive tea for? Giving it to someone who can help you with your ID. Is it time? About time. Let's take a look at the situation first. If it can be done, we'll definitely do it. We can't continue to prepare, we should explore the way first. You can't wait any longer. I can. I've been looking forward to it before, but now that it's happening soon, I feel a little bit caught off guard. What do you want to do after you get your ID? What I want to do? Get a bank card. Then what? I didn't expect little Jiang He to say that. Phone card, stay at a hotel to see what it feels like, go to an internet cafe to have fun. Get an account on Taobao and JD, get social insurance, ride an airplane for the first time, take the train, go to Suzhou. I thought that this little old lady from the Kaiyuan era had no desires, but it turns out that she has so many things she plans to do after getting her ID. Actually, there are many things you can do together. For example, if you take a train directly to Suzhou, you can accomplish 2 things at once. When we go to Suzhou, we will definitely stay in a hotel. That checks off staying at a hotel, and then we'll get a double bedroom. There are so many things I want to do. I need a notebook to write them down so that I don't forget them all. Getting a room is a very exciting thing, shall we do it together? Getting a room? Isn't that just living together? What is exciting about it? What are you on? That phrase is very exciting. Let's get a room. When you say it like that, it's very. If he wants to get a room, then we'll get one. This guy isn't that talented anyways. He's been practicing for so long, and he still can't beat me. After getting a room, we'll just be sleeping peacefully, at most. Oh. Why are you squeezing me? You interrupted me trying to think of what I want to do. I can't give something that's well known or has been hyped up because it'll be flashy but lacking in substance and taste bad, then I'll get this one as a gift. We look forward to your next visit. Heartache. Actually, it doesn't matter what we give, others might not necessarily want it, but it's essential for us to offer. This represents sincerity. This type of fish can only be made into soup. By the way, those videos complaining about movies and TV series, how did he record those? He just sat there and recorded it with his computer. Doesn't he need to write a script first? Sometimes he uses one, sometimes he doesn't. Do you want to play the Guzheng live? I can also be your moderator. I'm not ready yet. Live streaming leaves not much room for error and it's very tiring, so I'm watching these videos to learn. I also need a set of recording equipment, and the video recording should have good quality. I can't use the headphones I use for gaming and the computer's built-in camera is too subpar. Hey, what kind of equipment do you guys use to make videos? Let me see if I can buy the same equipment. Let me help you ask. Su Qing was the one who bought them. Ping Ping wants to buy streaming equipment. Can you send me your friend's business card? Ping Ping probably didn't see that, right? This guy is never serious. Quickly tell me, don't send that stuff. Li Weibo business card. Got it. Is there any discount for mentioning Su Qing's name? I don't know, but at least he won't scam you, it's his friend. Phew. Although the tea wasn't accepted, we still had a pleasant conversation, so it wasn't in vain. What's next will be the old man's business. I'll give the tea leaves to the old man as well. If he can give them out, then he will. If not, then he can make tea for himself. As for the tea eggs, let's forget about that. Dad. Got it done. Done. Not yet, but there's nothing particularly troublesome. Didn't I tell you about it earlier? Humph. Saying hello is the first and most difficult step. What happens after that is simple. If I didn't make this trip, then when it's time for Jiang He to go to the office to get her ID, it'll probably be like applying for an ID. Give me your documents. I came here because I don't have any documents and to deal with it. Deal with what? I don't have an ID. Then bring your personal documents, and I'll help you process it. I don't have ID documents, that's why I came here. You have to bring valid documents so that I can help you. Hey. Dad, you better take care of this tea. Don't let my mom make tea eggs with it, it's very expensive. I'll be leaving now. Wait a minute. Tell me the truth. Jiang He's entire experience is both logical and coherent. At first glance, there doesn't seem to be any issue, but it seems so coincidental. Is there really nothing wrong with it? My intuition tells me, it's all arranged by you. Your intuition is really accurate. Let me tell you the truth. She's actually an alien. Her spaceship ran out of energy, and she ran into me. She taught me a set of alien kung fu, let me demonstrate for you. Scram. Hey, howsy? Have an apple. Oh. Ha, this guy. Ah. I'm back. Bought a pineapple. How did it go? Do you think it can be done? Not bad, there's a big chance. Don't worry yet, this won't be solved in a day. Anyway, it's just a matter of time. I have to think carefully about what else I've missed in the past few days, check for gaps and fill them in. Tea leaves is just the beginning, any accidents may happen in the meantime. The key is the preparation of both of us. We must abide by the rules. Violating the rules will make it backfire. We will not do anything illegal or indisciplined. There may be questions and other issues after that, and DNA information may be tested and the like. Don't resist. These processes are necessary. As long as they are all done, there will basically be no problems. A Tang Dynasty person integrated into modern times. Ah. Su Qing. Hey. What did I just say? Follow the rules. Domestic violence is illegal. After you get your ID, you have to listen to me and don't raise your fist saying you'll hit me every day. Otherwise, I will report you as coming from the Tang Dynasty. Do you think anyone will believe you? What? Who would believe that someone came from the ancient times? But I believed it. That's true, but no matter how you think about it, it shouldn't have come out of little Jianghe's mouth. Because you're stupid. In fact, I've been a wanderer since young. I came to this city after learning a set of 3 emperor cannon palm from an old scavenger lady. PFT. Go wash your hands and get ready to eat. Unknowingly, little Jianghe took the initiative. Suddenly I understood what she meant when she said she's a modern person a few days ago. The evidence she's from ancient times now. No, there isn't any more evidence. When she first came here, she seemed naive, and I thought she just hadn't adapted to modern times. Looking at it now, she may have been pretending on purpose. To survive the life of a warrioress, strength alone is not enough. You're so smart. Have you finally accepted the fact that you're the stupid one? I just said you're smart and not that I'm stupid. Strictly speaking. You're only this smart. And I'm this smart. Yeah, it's just food. It's just studying that I can't beat you in, but you've been studying for more than 10 years, and I have just started reading. Just you wait. It won't take long for me to surpass you. I will never be tricked by you again. Have I really tricked you? You have. Otherwise, how could I deliberately let you get into my room? You've entered my room several times in the middle of the night, haven't you? Shut up, eat your food. It's almost 7 o'clock, I'm going to push for 1700. The habit of reading will affect others, so me setting an example will affect little Jianghe. I'll practice the stance at 7:30, I can't fall behind in my martial arts either. Happy material plus 1 aggressive dog rub I will endure. PFT. The two of them always look very natural and lively when sitting in front of the camera. It's 7:30 now. Self-discipline. Putting down the book to start practicing martial arts, I thought I was watching a movie here. Master of pen and sword. Nice stream. The reason why mortals are mortals is that they haven't yet encountered an evil dragon that makes them warriors, but I have. It's just that the evil dragon has taken over my computer, taking the mouse that used to be mine. End of stream. Rating up. 1,700 points. I've finally climbed to 1,700. You can already become independent. What? Literal meaning. You have gained a basic understanding of the modern world, acquired knowledge of the monetary system, developed life skills, and accumulated some savings to ensure a livelihood. You're only missing an ID. In other aspects, compared to those who run away from home, it's already much better. That means I don't need you anymore. Even though that sounds weird, it's a fact. However, only part of it is true. Are you afraid that I might just leave you and run off with my bags? What do you think? You are. I'm also afraid. I'm not afraid. Stop it. It tickles. We're already sleeping on the same bed, so you are not afraid, right? We're not doing anything sleeping on the same bed. Because you don't dare to. I don't provoke me. I'll take it as a hint. If I get seriously injured by you, it'll be over. We're not married, so we can't do that. It feels like the two of us have a weird relationship. Weird would be right. Breaking and reshaping your original logic and cognitive patterns, this process has been much faster than imagined. When modern ideas clash with your previous thoughts, you'll experience this feeling. The more changes, the stronger the conflict. In simple terms, it's due to the short time. Can your serious and lengthy talk really conceal your intention to do something inappropriate? It's just instinct. Having sex is not possible, but can I reluctantly offer him a little comfort? But he doesn't seem to like holding feet. Wait a minute, just a few months ago, I was still against him moving into my room, and then on Chishi, he kissed me a bunch. Does becoming a modern person mean that our standards are getting lower and lower? Goodbye, I'm ancient person. You haven't said why you're not afraid. Ahem, I've never been afraid. Before, I was just worried that you wouldn't survive in this world, taking risks with a sword in hand. Whether you go or not, it's not something I can control. You're lying, you know that I won't just leave, so that's why you're not worried. Okay, I admit what you said. Humph. Wow. Who can write such a book? Is this also part of you introducing me to modern entertainment? That's just part of the plan. I want to share all the things I like with you. This era indeed has many wonderful things. Reading a book, watching a movie, listening to a song, it's very easy to experience a sense of awe and emotion. Thank you, I like it a lot. Things he likes. Ah. I'm going to take a shower first. After I'm done, you should hurry up and shower too. Okay. I'm done showering. PFT. You can, but just not that. Is today the Chinese New Year? For the new year, it's time to eat feet. I mean, dumplings. Why are we here just to suffer? I'm actually quite lustful. So, this is just pure lust. Not perversion at all. A caterpillar? Aren't you going to wash it? You still want to wear it? I can buy you a new pair. Aren't you the one who wants me to wear it? Don't try to push the blame on me. Ah, she's so much smarter now. We'll get new ones anyway. Breakfast time over. The human body tends to secrete more dopamine at night, which makes your mind more hyperactive and causes you to do things that you normally wouldn't. The warrioress has been learning about modern culture all along, and even managed to use some of that incredible knowledge yesterday. It's normal for couples to do that in modern times. And I nearly thought that I was a pervert when I woke up. I'm not a pervert. I am actually being led astray by the little old lady, and I have been unconsciously seeing things from the view of an ancient person. You're going fishing today? Yeah, I found a really good spot yesterday. We can give one to my parents if you catch a big one. During the National Day and Mid-Autumn Long Holiday, Jiang He can carry the fish that she caught, and enter the house while shouting, "Dad! I caught a fish for you too." I'm looking forward to the old man's reaction. Sure. That reminds me, I saw some people releasing some fish into the water that day to accumulate some good karma. What if those people just hand the money to me, and I promise not to go fishing? Won't they accumulate good karma that way as well? They are not dumb, why would they give you money? Don't the monks in the temples do that? You hand them money, and they will bestow good karma upon you. If they were to hand me money, I would be able to help them accumulate good karma as well. You'll have to shave your head. Bald. What are you doing? No. I absolutely cannot shave my head bald. Dare to be angry, but don't dare to speak. You seem to be in a good mood today. Aha. Did little Jiang He learn that from Ping Ping? After all, she would flash the fish when they're fishing. Thank the heavens for granting me this gift. I got you. My delicious little kitty. Perfect timing, come and accompany me. Our savings have increased, and our stocks have risen a little. Plus the savings from little Jiang He, I can consider teaching her about reverse repurchase agreements for treasury bonds and the like, or else she will learn all sorts of bad things from Gong Ping during her free time. While it seems like Su Qing is lazing around all day, he actually breaks down his work into manageable parts. Be it video editing, or when it comes to his savings, or even those film reviews that don't bring in much income, it might seem easy, but in reality, he rarely gets a break. It's just that he isn't shackled to a particular task all day. If he could, he would want Jiang He to learn it all too. For ID-related matters in Jiangcheng, do I have to head to a main police station or just any police branch will do? Why do I feel like you're up to no good with that sudden question? Jiang He's ID hasn't been settled yet. I nearly forgot, you're finally willing to get it done, huh? Have you made a trip back to Zhejiang to check? You'd definitely have to do that at least. We'll talk about that when it's about to get started, I just wanted to check where I should go to avoid a wasted trip. Police branch, come to ours. Have you guys been busy lately? Why? If it's something I'm not supposed to do, save it. I have to pick a time when you guys are not as busy to get it done. It's not like we're in a rush, we just need to take a photo. We can just wait. It's nice of you to be thoughtful, but I'm not in the ID department. The people over there. I'll help you keep an eye on them. For this matter regarding little Jiang He, be it handled by a super efficient lady or an old auntie, it beats it getting handled by a meticulous and methodical person like Qin Hao. As a normal civilian, all I can do is be meticulous to the best of my abilities. It might end up being useless, but it's better than just diving into it head first. Though, I hope that everything will go well with all the work I've put in. Qingzi. Come. Have some tea. Why are you zoning out at the entrance? Sure. A young man like you is idling around more than a person like me. This guy went for a walk while holding that flask of his, while his girlfriend went out with her fishing rod. Zooming by on their hoverboards with their little contraptions, me and my family can't afford to be that idle. I'm just joking. I don't have any free time. When you can see me or when you can't see me, I'm always thinking about work. It's better to take some time off. People, in this lifetime, whether it's a luxury car or a simple house, we all still need to eat food. And there's women, too. In a few decades, they'll become old ladies. It's not just about appearances, you also have to consider their personalities, right? Haha. Yeah. Women, whether they are good-looking or not, it's all the same. It's over, what young people like is a good-looking face. What's the point of sitting with the old man every day? I'm free and have nothing to do. I asked you to go fishing with us, but you didn't go. Here, Ping Ping, I'll give you this fish. Bye-bye, see you tomorrow. You got a big haul today. Enough for a whole plate. It's average, I could have caught a big fish, but it got unhooked and ran away. It can get unhooked. Of course, if it didn't eat the bait, I would have been able to catch it. Not even a bit as studious as me when I have nothing to do, I often go online to learn some techniques. This guy can only hook some bait and throw it out. Whether he can catch fish or not will depend on his luck. It's just pure entertainment for him. That's a pity. With no big fish, the plan to show off to the old man fell through. I remember you said. The old scavenger lady told you that she picked you up in Jiangqing and later lived in Zhejiang. That's why you came to Jiangqing to work, right? What? I didn't hear you clearly, ask again. The old scavenger lady told you that she picked you up in Jiangqing and later lived in Zhejiang. That's why you came to Jiangqing to work, right? Right, I've told you before. You sit with Uncle Zhao every day, are you helping me? No, I just like to chill with him. Does it have any meaning? Of course, it doesn't cost any money, a cup of tea will last me all afternoon, and I can bask in the sun. Earning big. Isn't it more comfortable than sitting on a small red bucket with a cushion on top by the riverside? Putting down my hobby is not allowed. Don't just judge Uncle Zhao and them for their way of life. Maybe they haven't lived as well as I have, but there's one thing I can't buy or find no matter what. What? A lifetime of experience. The setbacks faced, the paths taken, the people seen, the experiences lived, just a pot of tea can open the floodgates of conversation. How can I not say I'm earning big? But from a distance, you really look like an old man. My hair isn't white. You don't like it when your dad tells you, though. That's not the same. I can find my own way to avoid the pitfalls they once fell into. But I can't let him dictate exactly how I should proceed. While him directly telling me what to do may be convenient, what experience would I gain from it? Oh, then your dad. Our dad. Our dad. Being interrupted by him, I forgot what I was going to say. Yes, next time just go over and shout loudly. Our dad is just so stubborn. Don't be afraid. A severe old relic needs strong medicine. Get out, don't disturb me while I'm cooking. Mom, that's a lot of money. Are you earning this much? Just good luck. Little Jiang he only sees thieves enjoying the benefits and doesn't see them getting punished right now. That's why she thinks it's easy money. If you really get into it, you won't be able to sleep at night, sitting on the bed, tossing and turning, wondering if you'll incur losses tomorrow. Where's your bank card? I'll go get it. I transferred 30,000 yuan to your card. I'll teach you how to make money with money. Make money with money. Call me teacher. Teacher Su. Obedient. Student Jiang. Prepare your pen and notebook. We are about to start the lesson. Stock trading class. Understood, Teacher Sue. Lose money, will I? You won't. Well, it's not the kind that you're thinking of at least. What kind is it then? For example, you could have earned 100 in a day, but only earned 30. That's a loss of 70. The interest of such reverse repurchase bonds is always changing. Investing in it using different amounts at different times will yield different results, and investing in it with a regular amount of money at a regular time would guarantee a loss. You should understand that trading is done on weekdays during working hours. You follow a regular routine, starting around 9:30 a.m. and finishing at 3 p.m., with breaks in the morning and afternoon. Even though it's early, this time is usually when the market is quite active, and there can be big changes before it closes. Pay attention, and you'll figure out the best times. Unlike traditional auctions where you can just watch, here you need to be active and not just wait for opportunities. Go slower. I can't write that fast. I'm just giving you a brief overview, it'll be easier for you to get the hang of it when we start trading. You can take your time to learn, I'm not going anywhere. You can ask me if you don't understand anything. It's fine, jotting things down is better than trying to remember it all. I plan to teach her how to trade first and then let her learn the ropes slowly after, but it seems like she's been taking a ton of notes, so I'll just have to teach her whatever comes to mind. Let's continue then. Look, it surges before and after holidays. If you buy on a Thursday or the day before the holiday, you'll be able to earn 3 days worth of interest with just this one day of holiday, and it might even go up to 8 to 9 days worth. You can also split your orders sometime later. This is the secret to growing money. Stop dreaming, it's just something that any ordinary person can do. How much will this earn? Looking at how things are going, for each day period, you can earn 1% or 2%. On good days, it might be 10% or higher. If you were to empty your magazine, use up all the cash and miss the opportunity, you'd have to watch others earn that 10% while you're crying with that 2% of yours. That's why we should split the orders, but that's up for you to discover on your own. I see. Well then. Student Jiang, let's make your first ever trade. Teaching an ancient person how to invest, achievement points +1. It's already 2 p.m. though. Opening hours, 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m., 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. We can't turn back time. So why didn't you teach me earlier? I can't just teach you everything on the first day, I have to take it slow. Am I going to get beaten up over this? Can you please not do that all the time? I'm worried that you'll be the top in the future. Hey! You understood what I said. Go away. Don't interrupt my money-making session. When the warrioress is passionately in love, she seems no different from a normal girl and would randomly shower me in kisses. She's just a little violent. Wait. Would this really devolve into domestic abuse next time? I picked up martial arts in order to strengthen my body and to fight back. Do I have to use it to prevent domestic violence as well? I'm a willing participant though. I'm done. I still have half the amount left. Why did you leave half? I'm scared that it'll all be gone. If I was just handling a couple thousand, I wouldn't be this worried. 30,000 is way too much. With that, I could contribute towards buying the house. With the two of us hard at work and earning money, will we be able to buy the house soon? Who's working hard? I'm playing with the cat here, and you just went fishing this morning. Are you planning to change the definition of hard work on Wikipedia? You're right, the two of us are lazy bums. Why does it feel like I'm giving my all though? What do we usually do? Su Qing would edit his videos, check out different films, write his reviews, film adverts for the channel, record, look at different reports. The one hard at work is Su Qing. But he still seems so free. Humph. You're tired because you aren't smart enough. Foolish Jiang He. Become my Pokemon. Listen to my commands and become big-brained. Date, September 26th. Weather, clear. The number of times that Jiang He has left the house for fun has decreased. Discovering investing is like discovering an interesting toy for her, and she's devoted to it. Date, September 27th. Weather, clear. When the gains can be observed, even if it's just a few dollars, she'd drink cola like it's the best thing in the world, because in her mind, the cola is considered free. Date, September 29th. Weather, clear. Even though the revenue from streaming or grinding prior is enough for her to buy many cans of cola, she considers those as hard-earned money, as opposed to investing, which is free money to her. Are you calculating how much capital you'd need in order to just laze around and rot away? If I have $1 million and lent it out like this every day, would that mean that I'll no longer have to do anything else to be able to support myself? You're thinking too far ahead. Most people would think of living off their dividends when they have $10,000, when you have $100,000, you might have learned how to do simple trades, such as buying gold. When you have $1 million, you'll consider people who leave their money in the bank or are doing what we are doing right now to be dumb. Isn't it great just to live off these dividends? It is, but your worldview will constantly evolve. Every stage would have their own way of living. Anything goes as long as you're happy. I'm suspecting that you used my shampoo. I was taking a sniff to confirm my suspicions. Why the huge reaction? Just say it outright if you want to smell. You'll think that I'm a pervert if I do that. Pervert. Why do the perverted stuff that Su Qing does now feel normal? Come. Come here and watch Heroes of Sui and Tang Dynasties with me. It's all fake in the TV shows. But even bizarre things like me coming from the past to the present have happened. From the viewpoint of a modern person, me appearing here is nothing short of a miracle. A miracle like me has been getting mocked by this guy though. There wasn't anything like this in ancient times, so how can you blame me? By the way, why do these tacticians like to present 3 strategies every time? Why don't they just present the best one? It's not like they would choose the worst plan over the best one. It just so happens that I have 3 strategies for you too. Listen up. If you'd like to be an outstanding modern person who can surpass me in every way, the best strategy would be to turn off the computer, study hard, set a goal, and leave your phone and games behind, keep away the fishing rod and uninstall all the games, giving it your all. The middle strategy would be to study 3 hours a day, be serious when learning each subject, do your homework and figure out the parts you don't understand, study up on your shortcomings, dedicate another hour to reading professional books, and use the remaining time for novels and famous works. The worst strategy is to continue watching this film right now, and let the day pass idly by. Let tomorrow resolve itself. Date, September 26th. Weather, clear. National Day and Mid-Autumn Festival coincide. I've sent the payment over. Got it. Here's your mooncakes. I managed to get my hands on some traditional mooncakes for little Jiang He to try after scouring a few streets. You're back. Oh. You caught another huge one today. This is probably around 1.5 kilograms. I'll take it to your parents' house in the afternoon. When you're giving it, remember to address them as Mom and Dad. You. Me. You. Have something behind you on the table. What is that? It's some super tasty mooncakes. You will know how tasty it is once you try it. It's delicious. I know, right? I'm happy that our tastes are aligned. Aya. You're just coming over for a meal, there's no need to bring so many things for us. This fish was caught by Jiang He. Hello, uncle and auntie. Wow. That's impressive. She caught it all by herself. Yup, by herself. It's not that impressive. Auntie, I'll help. Jiang He, what did you do in the past? In the past? It also involved using a blade. Your knife skills are impeccable. So she used to be a kitchen assistant. It feels kind of weird, it's not the first time they are back for a meal, but it is the first time they brought along this many gifts. When I first saw that their hands were full of bags, I nearly thought that they came to the wrong house. Humph, what's so weird about that? Would you have found it weird if it was Jiang He who came up with the idea instead? You'll get used to it once it happens more often. I think it'll be better if I only address them that way after we're married. I didn't expect her to be so serious about this matter. You can do it whenever you feel comfortable doing it. That old man, regardless of how traditional he is still the head of the household. For many things, his status as a parent is more of a cause than the person himself. Currently, the relationship between us has not changed, but each of our statuses has changed. This would have happened sooner or later. We're two individual men, and one is no longer reliant on the other. It doesn't matter if Jiang He has addressed him as dad or not, the old man's mood is probably complicated now. That's right. Want to do some exercise? Let's go here. Are you sure? Is that brain of yours okay? Don't be so mean, just give it a shot. It's a chance for you to stay active too. Otherwise, you'll become a psychopath if you hold it in for too long. But you're not allowed to injure me too badly. I've never heard of such a strange request. How should I beat him up in a way that doesn't injure him too badly? Are you ready? 2 days later the facts prove that unbridled confidence will only signal disaster. It felt like I was getting charged at by a 400 kilograms wild boar, who trampled all over me after knocking me over. Well, at least I now know the difference in strength between us, as well as my limits of endurance. Does it still hurt? It's lucky that I've been training for so long, or you may just have murdered your husband. Who knew that you'd be so weak still after all that training? I thought you'd be able to at least handle more than one of my moves. Ow! You're blaming me for being too weak. Don't you know how to slide tackle? The lethality is too high. Silly logs for National Day, Lazing Around Edition, October 3rd. Gong Ping and Jiang He dragged Su Qing into a game of Fight the Landlord using melon seeds to gamble. Su Qing quickly won over half of their seeds by counting cards. Jiang He suspected that Su Qing was cheating, and gave him a good beating. She then grabbed all of the melon seeds and snacked on them while watching shows with Gong Ping. October 5th. Gong Ping and Jiang He came back from fishing. While they were splitting up the small fishes that were only 2 fingers wide, they let slip that Jiang He bought a huge fish on the first, and Su Qing overheard it. After giving Jiang He weird looks all day, Su Qing was eventually silenced when Jiang He clenched her fists in a display of strength. October 6, Su Qing took on another advertisement order for a mobile game set in ancient times. The selling point wasn't the extensive character customization options, nor the good recharge rate, but the hardcore controls and combat feel. Su Qing thought of roping in Qin Hao to reenact a martial arts battle while they wore the untouched chainmail armor. Are you serious about this? You're using that? Why are you even hiding such a long sword at your place? It's for work. Work purposes. Eek. It's a little over the top though, I'm being too much of a bully. This looks more normal. If it was the kind of game where a single 999 yuan recharge is needed, wielding that big sword would probably be very appropriate. I'll wait for a copy of the final cut from you. I'll probably look pretty cool, since it's rare to don armor and wave a sword around. Let me know whenever you're free, I'll bring Jiang He along to visit you. The one you're looking for is not me, it's that department over there. No household registration, no documentation, nothing at all, haven't even seen her parents, and haven't been to an orphanage. Isn't this situation quite complicated? Yeah, according to what you're saying, it is very complicated, an extremely rare case among the rarest. Generally speaking, people have their roots, knowing where they come from and where they are going. Even if there were cases of abandonment before, if someone picked up the person, they would usually be registered under the adopter's household or sent to an orphanage. Your current situation is really unheard of. I remember someone I knew before was adopted by an old nun in a temple, but the temple was also well connected in the town, able to handle everything. What is with your situation? The old scavenger lady wasn't very clear-minded and lacked education, so she didn't consider all of that, surviving is already good enough for her. There's nothing new under the sun, so this doesn't seem particularly unusual, just happened to be the case. You ended up encountering it. You usually only see such a thing in the news. Haven't you been featured in the newspaper? Let me inquire about it. I haven't heard of such examples before. Typically, the scenario unfolds as follows. When the old lady passes away, the local government takes over, and everything that should be in place is arranged. Oh. Then why are there still begging children on the streets? It's a different situation. So, you see, her story is not the usual plot. Surviving on her own all this time has been all luck. Now, she wants to turn things around and live a normal life. Whether it's for justice or social responsibility, you have to help, right? Just pretend you don't know me. Didn't you say, when there's trouble, we can come to you? Alright, alright. I don't really understand these things, but I'll help ask around for you. Those who can work from home usually have some skills. Remember to send me the video when it's done, I'm leaving now. Okay. Going to show it to your girlfriend? Keeping her hidden is no fun. I don't have one. I don't have a girlfriend. We haven't become a couple yet, don't say things like that. Oh, after all this time, you still have not become a couple. Don't worry about it. When the editing is done, send me a copy. You're tricking people again. Don't use that inside, and be careful not to fall. By the way, have a listen to this. This was played by Ping Ping. Awesome, right? She really knows how to play. She is skilled in many things. She wants to teach me, but I feel like I won't be able to learn it. If you want to learn, you can. You, as a person from ancient times playing this would be even more interesting. Your temperament is different from theirs. Tie a veil around yourself, and it will surely look good. I play it for you. Who else would you play it for? Humph. Actually, I don't recommend you watch too many short videos. Although short videos have everything, if you watch too much of them, you won't find time to look up at the stars. Even if you find the time, there's not much to think about in your head, just laughter, especially since you're an old lady from the Tang dynasty. Okay, I'll be careful. Mr. Su, what you just said. An old lady from the Tang dynasty? White silk beauty from the Tang dynasty. Short videos have everything, and thinking about it is somewhat frightening. I know that free things are actually very costly, so what I'm giving up is time. No wonder this guy sometimes likes to lie on my legs. It's even more comfortable than a pillow, and it comes with a faint, fresh fragrance. It's the mixed fragrance that comes out after washing the clothes with laundry detergent and then drying them in the sunlight. Time is only valuable when you realize its worth. Without that awareness, it's worthless. The plan was to buy a house after another year, but the ad revenue has been great, and the warrior's ability to save is even better. With the income that we have now, we'll probably reach 200,000 in savings in half a year, right before the new year. May just be enough for a car if you're from an affluent family, but in this small city, where the average price of a house is around 6,000 to 7,000, with the more expensive ones going for 20,000, you'll be able to get your own house with a size to your liking. Looking at the current follower count, it would be better not to take up commissions which pay well but are of little substance. I should earn money the right way, and uphold my reputation. The size of the house we're getting has not been decided on, and we're just in the preparation stage. We'll have to get a house within our abilities, with emphasis on the location and layout of the house. Even if the house is around 80 square meters, as long as it's in an area that we like, it wouldn't be any worse than a 100 square meter house. The warrioress wants to live closer to Beijing while still within Jiangqing itself. It would be better to get a house on the higher floors, where you'd be able to look out of the windows into the horizon. While it may be in an isolated area, it is a huge improvement as compared to getting a farm in the countryside. Housing is so expensive. It has never been cheap. Bai Ji became an officer at 20+ years old, and only got his own house when he was in his 50s. Su Dongpa was even worse. He had to rely on his younger brother to buy a house in Jiangsu. There's also Xiao Yong, who only got his abode in his midlife, when Si Maguang and his other friends raised funds on his behalf. I see, but we could build our own house during those times. You can do the same in a village even now. Houses themselves aren't actually that expensive. What's expensive is the other stuff, such as resources, services, medical, education, job opportunities. These all drive the price up. If you're willing to forego everything, you'll be able to rent a room in a small remote village for 100 a month. Whether you like the hustle and bustle or the peacefulness, the convenience of living on the first floor or the spaciousness of the top floor, they each have their pros. The first floor is more convenient, while the third and fourth floors are easy to get to still while lacking the foot traffic from the first floor. The top floor is quiet, and you'll not have neighbors above you making a ruckus. I'm fine with anything. Let's go with what you prefer. I just want a place I can call home, and I'll be content. I think we should find a place which is quiet. The two of us would need it for work after all. Actually, since there is no need for us to commute to work, it'd be pretty much the same wherever we're going to live. If we're working in some mainstream job. Here. For you. Eat up, you're in your growing phase. Second miss. I have a home now. You have a home now. That's great news. I'm glad. Is he a good person? Why are you crying? Silly girl, why are you crying so easily? I don't know either, it's just that, just that. Is everyone in the village doing well? Yeah, they are all doing well. That person treats me really well. Oh, I can tell by how pale your hands are. Though, where is he? Where is he? Yeah, where is he? How did you lose him? Go find him quickly. Where do I go to find him? Where did you come from? I come from. From. Ah. Ha. Ha. Su Qing. Su Qing. Su Qing. What's wrong? What's wrong? I heard you shouting from the toilet. Are you disoriented after sleeping for the whole afternoon? Was I asleep for very long? You tell me, it's almost time for dinner. Did you wake up feeling like you were all alone? It happens sometimes after long naps. I experienced it myself regularly before, especially when I woke up after it had gotten dark. I got winter melon as a result. What are you doing? Don't kiss me after you've just woken up, stinky. I'll eat a big bulb of garlic later to stink you to death. Russell. This guy isn't even asleep, is he? He's keeping his hands to himself though, he somehow managed to cultivate such a habit even when he's asleep. He's kinda warm. Good night, Su Qing. I'm a little addicted to practicing martial arts, it feels like something is missing whenever I'm not practicing. Is there no internal strength? Teaching you how to train your core is equivalent to internal strength. I don't feel anything special though. Come over here. Why? You want to give me a kiss? Ugh. Lack of sportsmanship. When I hit you like that previously, it took a few days for the pain to go away. It doesn't hurt too bad now, does it? I can't tell her that the pain wasn't for that long the last time she hit me like that, since it was all an act to get her to massage that area. Auntie, where are you going? I'm just moving my bones. Jiang he said that there have been fewer and fewer promotions by the supermarket recently, and there are no longer any flyers being passed around. I've been seeing quite a few of those flyers still though. I'll bring her along next time. Huh, Auntie Cheng, you're still amazing. The young lady sure is thrifty, it's rare to see people like her. Well, after preparing for our wedding, we'll have to prepare for a car and a house too, so every bit counts. We're not playing around like we're in some honeymoon stage of our relationship. We've settled into a stable routine by now, and she's constantly thinking about our finances. I've always felt Su Qing had the smarts ever since he was young, and it looks like I was right. Jiang he seems like a pretty honest girl as well, and she seems more like a more reliable person as compared to that fishing buddy of hers. Aya. Speak of the devil. Middle of October. Bring her over tomorrow. We're heading to the police station tomorrow. Let's go over our lines one more time. Okay. Tomorrow, do we really have to go? We'll have to go through this eventually. All of the precautions that we took previously weren't needed after all, and everything has been going smoothly. I see that as a good omen. What if it falls through? Then, we'll think of something else, and we'll solve it somehow. You're not some illegal immigrant who was smuggled into the country. I came here illegally from 1,000 years ago though. Old granny, there's no need to overthink it, let's get some sleep. If you're not going to sleep, I will. Bang ah. Police. A little old lady from 1,200 years ago. It's your second time here, did you expect it to be so soon? At that time, she was a clueless person from the Tang dynasty that didn't know anything. She can pass herself off as a modern person now. You're here. Follow me. Why are you following along? What's your relationship with her? I'm her guardian. If there's anything, I'll let you know. Believe in myself, I am a modern person. Once we're done here with some sort of outcome, we'll take it to the identity department. We dropped by once before, so the process should be smooth. We'll then follow the normal procedure. When this is resolved, the warrioress will be free to do anything she wants, be it work, study, or even travel to the Great Lakes and mountains of the 21st century. It's impossible for one to travel the world with just a sword, but with money and an ID card, you'll basically be able to go to a majority of places. How did it go? I don't know yet, I heard that I'd still need to come by a few more times. Oh, sounds like it went well. It would have been all over if they let you go without asking you to come back. That's true. Let's not cook today and have barbecue outside. Sure. Howsy just sent this, you'll need to undergo a medical exam. They might draw some blood from you by poking you with a needle, so please don't punch the person doing it. Drawing blood with a needle. So you already know, it's nothing spectacular. Those big bags of blood are for blood donations. They will probably just draw a little blood from you. It might even just be a prick for blood testing purposes, which pales in comparison to biting your finger and using the blood from it to write a message. I wouldn't do that, that's something purely fictional. You're the dumb one who believes everything that the television shows, even though you know that it's not real. The biggest source of information is from the television, it's something that I already subconsciously believe in. You can't blame me for that, it's like that for modern people. My warrioress is not cute at all. Dumb by Su Qing. That's why modern people are all dumb. Can you touch your heart before saying stuff like that? I don't have a heart. Really? Let me confirm that. Aha aha ah ah. There are 1,000 ways on the road, but safety comes first. I'm feeling sleepy after all that food. Can your internal strength be detected through the medical checkup? I don't have any internal strength. What about the rest, your body composition or whatever? I feel like it might be a little different from mine. Would the doctor be able to tell the difference between a Muay Thai practitioner who can kick down a tree and a normal person? That's true, though I should let you know, that Muay Thai is also known as Thai boxing. Even though their legs and elbows are regularly used, it is still called Thai boxing. Hello. Oh, Howsy, just let me know if there are any problems, I will most likely be able to resolve whatever problems you're facing. There is no need for you to give us any special treatment. You must be impartial and be objective. A comrade like you shouldn't have to worry about things like that, got it? I know, you're being annoying at this point. There is no reason for it to go wrong if there are no problems, isn't it? As long as she is someone normal and hasn't broken any laws, helping her get her life back is part of our duty, there's no need for you to drone on about it. This guy goes by the book all the time, and his sense of righteousness is never lacking. I should make a banner or something for fun, and send it to him anonymously. Are they able to find my information just from that little vial of blood? For normal people, yes, but not for you. There's no record of you to begin with, not even a trace. If you look at it from another angle, it does give some sort of info to them. When I first came over, if I were to slash a couple of bystanders before running off, they wouldn't be able to know it was me, right? It was raining heavily too, and the crime scene was destroyed by the rain. You should read less detective novels. There are CCTVs everywhere. Where can you run to? I'll cover my face. With the current technology they have, unless you cross back over to your time after slashing the bystanders, it would be hard for you to truly hide forever, since you'd still have to live your life. It was really dangerous for you back then, did you know that? It's all your fault for being so pretty.